Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. We're online. Cameras on. Everything's on. It's Bible's time. Let's get it going. Shabbat shalom. Shalom to all Israel online, in person. I'm your brother Dawiyat.
Brother Elisha.
Okay. Shalom, shalom. We're SOT family, Sword Truth family, and ISBHPK family also. Israelite School of Biblical History. All right. And we got schools all across the country. We got our brothers in London, of course, represent. Amiyatas out going hard. We got our brothers out there in Canada, brothers out there in LA, Judah, represent. They came down for our Passover. Appreciate that. Much love indeed. We have Houston and Quatazat representing. Virginia put down with Kazakia. Of course, myself, Dawiyat, we're out here doing our job, getting things done. Rochester, Kawaka's going to come pretty soon, drop fire on us at the last Friday of every month. Always be aware there's going to be a great class on Friday, at the end Friday of every month. Brother Kawakab's going to go out there and, do what he does best. And also make sure you check out Zion's classes from Rochester, New York. Okay? So, yeah, Zion's classes from Rochester, New York. Okay, once again, we're going to our topic. Today's topic is why Israel went into slavery. Why Israel went into slavery. It's a very big point. For some reason, it's a mystery to a lot of our people. We have this, to our people that are not informed biblically, there's a confusion. I was just scrolling online one day. I was going online. I was scrolling. Just, doing what I do. Scrolling. Okay. And then a brother just was online talking crazy, bro. And he said, some people say Jesus is in your heart. Some people say they love Jesus. But answer this question. Tell me this.
That's what the guy said.
If Jesus is so good, why did we go to slavery? And I'm like, you know what, bro? I started typing and started getting my type on. I started turning to a troll. I started going in. And then I realized, you know what? This topic needs to be talked about. Because you know what? Texting online is what's gonna do. A lot of people want to know why we went to slavery. Why did the so-called Negro go into slavery? Why did the so-called Native American go into slavery? Why did the so-called Latino go into slavery? Why did these good people, quote unquote, good people, right? Why did we go in chains? Why were we put in chains and taken advantage of for 400 to 500 years, right?
And these type of topics are seasonally need to be brought up again.
Yeah.
Because even last year, I believe it was last year, maybe 2020. Yeah. When it was 2020 when Kanye was talking about slavery was a choice.
Yeah, people got offended.
People got offended, but we have to understand what was the source and what was the reason why the Most High would allow such atrocities to happen to His people, His beloved ones, His chosen ones,
His nation, bro.
Kind.
I mean, is the Most High just some evil guy, or the Most High had a good reason? He'd have a good reason. Jesus saves, right? Why did He save us from going to slavery? There must have been a good reason why He didn't stop us from going to slavery. There must have been a reason. There had to be some reasons. In our class, we're going to go ahead and go through our topic, and the reason will pop up eventually. You know what I'm saying? We want to say, hey, is this the reason? But, we're going to find out why the Most High allowed us to go into slavery as a nation and why it was necessary. But once again, we appreciate y'all coming through checking out our classroom and our classes. And, we try to be detailed as possible and clear as possible. Okay? So, our first scripture, I didn't get to fix this right here. So I'll mess with it. Thank you, sir. I'm not the computer guy right now. I'm not computer type. But anyways, we got our introduction of our class going, okay? Once again, thanks for coming. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. All right? Because we got to really know what kind of God do we serve? What kind of God does what's the personality of the God of the Bible? Let's find out. Let's read.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39.
Because, if we read more, we'll understand His knowledge, right?
Come.
So if we read, we understand His knowledge. So how do you get knowledge? By simply reading, right? Let's read.
See now that I, even I, am He.
It said, see now that I, even I am what?
Am He.
He means masculine. I had a conversation today. I was talking about it today, bro.
Yeah.
The bro was sipping. He was thrown. He was gone, bro. And then he woke up and started talking to me, man. I said, "What's going on, man? You need your phone charged?" I'm like,
Come on, bro.
"Not really, but I started talking. We started having a good conversation, and he was a good dude, good brother. But he didn't know if the Most High was a man or a woman.
Bro.
And I'm like, bro, if he was in this classroom, Scripture would say what? Even what?
See now that I, even I, am He.
I am he. Masculine. Now, the presence of a father. What is a father's duty in a household when it comes to sons? What is a father's duty in a household when it comes to sons?
Teach, and educate.
Teach and educate. And educate how?
Shoot. Sometimes you get educated by force.
Force, okay.
Various forms of discipline.
Educate. I mean, not educate. Example.
And what is the goal of these various forms of discipline?
To prevent further mistakes or further,
True?
and to also teach them the value. No.
Okay. Everybody's close. And there are no wrong answers really on this situation. But the point in focus is what? Accountability. The father's job and duty in the home is to establish, of course, stability and discipline, but for the purpose of teaching the sons, the future heir, what? Accountability. Right? Because he's going to pass when he dies and passes on, the father's going to pass down his property, right? And the responsibility of the rest of his family onto his heir, right? So it would behoove the father to teach the son accountability, right? So it says, see now that I, even I am what?
Am He.
He being masculine, masculine being what? Teaching the principle of accountability. Read.
And there is no other God with you.
And there's no other God or power, spiritual being, power source with the Most High. The Most High is supreme alone. Read.
I kill.
He does what?
I kill.
And what does this masculine force do?
I kill.
This masculine force kills. Definition of kill. Definition of kill. We're learning the personality of God.
But you know, this automatically trumps or disproves what the Christian church and the Catholic church will teach about the Most High God. Because they'll say he's only a God of love.
Yeah.
He's only God. He's your personal God. He loves everybody, cares about everybody. He will never harm you. Bad things don't come from him. That's Satan. Satan does that. He's the bad guy.
Yeah.
But God's gonna get you out of
He
the
wouldn't
situation.
hurt
He
a
wouldn't harm
fly.
you.
He wouldn't hurt a fly. He lets everything. You can just do what you want to do, and you still go to heaven.
You know, even some depictions of God, you know, even when you look at, you know, the cinema, the movies, they have him as some little child, you know, a little baby.
Mhm.
Sometimes he'll be showing it. I saw this one movie out. He was like a Cupid form out, little baby with diapers out with Cupid wings out.
They're really out of bounds.
Out of pocket.
And they really bastardize and dilute the image of the God of the Bible. But we're watching movies that are made by Gentiles, right? And what does the word Gentile mean?
No, it's a non-Israelite.
There is a non-Israelite, right,
Yeah.
people. So they don't have any experience with the God of the Bible. And if you read the Bible, we're in the Old Testament, right?
Come on.
Old Testament is showing what? He's a man. He's of the masculine principle. And guess what? He kills. Definition of kill.
God. Definition of kill, 1828 Webster Dictionary, is to put an end to the vital functions.
Stop. So kill means to put an end to the vital or necessary functions. What else?
Either by destroying or essentially injuring the organs necessary to life.
So by destroying, right? What?
Life.
Destroying life. All right? So he destroys the things that create life, right? Like your organs, right? That's what the word kill means. So the Most High not only has the power to create life, he has the power to do what?
Kill.
To kill or end life. Right? Read on.
I kill. Oh, did you want that?
Keep it.
Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39.
Uh-huh.
I kill and I make alive.
But he has the power to make somebody live too.
Huh.
If someone has cancer or a disease or in a car accident and they're about to die, most I can bring them back. I saw on this show, bro, this woman, Edomite woman, right, got froze to death because she got lost in these snow trails, right, and she fell in the snow, and bro, I thought it was over, bro. You know what the doctor did? The doctor was a G. He got a hair dryer and blow dryers out, and they just blew dry her body.
Defrosted her.
And you know what? Her body defrosted, and she lived. Right?
Yeah.
Man.
Now, the point of this is showing that the power of life and death is in whose hands?
Most High.
The Most High. You can be a vegan, eat perfect, die from a heart attack. That's a real thing, right? You can do everything right when it comes to the checklist of life. But the one that controls destiny and the fate of life is in whose hands?
It's the Most High.
There's this one guy online, old Brazilian cat, bro. 114 years old, bro. I'm watching 20 years old. I'm like, this guy's old. He's put it down, representing, taking care of his health, eating olives and garlic and stuff.
Yeah.
But the Most High gave him 114 years. But other people make it to 50, 60, 70. So the power of life and death is in whose hands? Who controls that?
Most High.
Most
The
High.
Father, right? The Heavenly Father. He controls life and death. So it's on us to please Him, right? Read on.
I kill and I make alive.
Uh-huh.
I wound.
He does what also, though?
I wound.
Some people don't die.
Yeah.
Some people just get injured, right? There's an injury that you just got to take and heal up from. And there's some injuries you don't come back from,
Count.
right? So He wounds and also He does what?
And I heal.
And He plants and creates. He creates foliage that you can go to the Brazilian rainforest, Amazon rainforest, or your backyard. If you're in Jamaica, they got something called Gehenna weed, right? It's this weed called the Gehenna weed, and it's almost a cure all for everything. It's really phenomenal for just a lot of things in life, right? That's in their backyard, right? So the Most High has plants and everything around us. He has life around us. The Most High makes a way, right? Read on.
Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
But no matter what condition you are, no matter what your socioeconomic condition is, no matter how rich you are, or no matter how much what you got, no matter how much planning you do, the Heavenly Father has control over injuries, healing, life, and death. Everything is in the hands of the God of the Bible, right? Let's go to Hebrews 10 and 31. Hebrews 10:31. So we have to see there's different aspects to the Most High. Yes, He forgives. Yes, He's love. But then also, He gets upset.
Count.
He says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Right? But they neglect the aspect that God has the power to kill.
Count.
Right? Hebrews 10 and 31.
Hebrews chapter 10, verse 31.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
But if we're going to sit here and violate the Father and offend Him and do things that are against His will and do things that displease Him, the Bible does say it is a fearful thing to do what?
To fall into the hands of the living power.
It's scary to fall to the hands of the living power when He's offended. Right? Everybody wants to be in God's hands, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I'm in God's hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
God has a plan for me.
Only God can judge.
Only God
You
can
don't
judge.
want God to judge.
But guess what? When the Most High is angry,
He's down.
He has a plan for you too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay. Let
Off
him
the cliff.
let Him take the wheel if you're in order.
Exactly.
But if you're not in order, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of what?
To fall into the hands of the living power.
Keyword living power. He's a living what?
Power.
God is not dead, bro.
Right.
He might be quiet. He might let you sit here and go on and on. He's trying to give you an opportunity to get right before He puts that fire on you. Before He puts His hands on you. Because it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of what?
Living power.
Why? Why? Why is it a fearful thing? What did we just read earlier? What was the previous verse? Because He does what?
I kill.
He kills. And He does what?
I make alive.
He makes alive. He also does what?
He wounds.
He wounds. This is the reason why I say scary thing. Or a fearful. That's why we can't talk crazy. Like the Most High don't be seeing things, don't be in power and in control and authority. Next scripture. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 23 to 24. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 23 through 24. So we know the Most High kills. We know the Most High wounds. And it was a fearful thing to do what? Fall.
Into the hands of the living power.
To fall into the hands of the living power. Right? When Ezekiel 7, verse 23 24.
Ezekiel 7 and verse 23.
What will this living power do if he's fed up? What will this living power do if he's offended? What will this living power do if he's displeased? What will this living power do if all the prophecies, all the good people, all the counsels, all the plans of salvation are unappreciated? Let's find out. Ezekiel 23, chapter 7, verse 23.
Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Make a change, for the land is full of bloody crime.
So a dad's job, a father's job is to teach what? Accountability. To teach what? Consequences and repercussions. To give guidance. To teach lessons. Right? So lessons, consequences, repercussions. Right? This point in this statement of make a chain is obviously a what? Consequence. What is a chain for? Is it for a nunchuck?
The restraint.
Is it a chain to restrain? Right? What is chains used for? Is it just for a bicycle?
Keep something in one place.
A chain is to keep something held down, locked down. Right? What do chains come with most of the times? Locks. Chains come with locks. Locks are for what? Confinement. Right? So the Most High, let's get more clarity about what type of chain this is. Read, make a chain and do what?
Ezekiel 7 23. Make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crime.
So this chain is made because the land is filled with bloody crimes. Bloody crimes is what? Murder. Violence. Right? So there's violence in the land. There's murder in the land. There's unjustifiable killing in the land. Read.
And the city is full of violence.
Well, I gave it away. The city's full of what?
Violence.
Violence. Now, whose cities we filled with violence? Whose cities you go to and you're scared to walk around without the strap? Whose cities?
Israel.
Name some cities.
Chicago.
Okay. Chicago's one. Where else?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge was another one.
Shreveport.
Shreveport's another one. Where else?
Baltimore.
New York. What? New York.
Baltimore.
Shit.
How about Memphis?
Washington. Biloxi, Mississippi.
Detroit.
Detroit.
DC, Washington,
Can we,
DC.
can we be honest, bro?
Florida?
The south side of San Antonio, Texas, bro.
Whoa.
Be real.
I get it's bad, but it's not as bad as
Nah, bro.
man,
It used
bro.
to be. No, they used to
In the
say
90s.
San Antonio was like Compton.
In 90.
Well, yeah.
Early 2000s.
2000 was really number of drive-bys going on.
East side?
But when you go, listen, you're right. All y'all right about this. But who is it? A bunch of gangster white guys walking around with the strap,
It's the mob, it's the
and
Italian mob.
pulling out heat and AKs on people, shooting broad daylight?
Detroit. They got on roads like
Who really live in these cities?
Al Capone.
Israelites. Israelites live in the cities.
But we saw the other day, we was doing a delivery app.
Uh-huh.
And we saw this brother. Unfortunately, he was a brother.
Mhm.
He was in a full jacket with a mask on, and he was just walking in people's gates.
Backyard.
And we were like, "Oh, what's this guy doing, bro? You know, what's happening?" We thought that was his house first. And all of a sudden, we see him go down the street, and then he just picked up a package off someone's porch and just walked off and just kept looking at us. And we were like, "Hey, bro,
He's on what he's on." I mean, in this city, North Star Mall, brother getting a haircut,
just got shot up."
got shot getting a haircut.
Yeah.
Who could predict that, right? But what people's cities be filled with violence?
Oh.
You know who, right? Israel, right? Read on.
God, Ezekiel 7 and verse 24.
The city's full of violence. Read on.
Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
and they
But
shall
because there's violence in the city, because there's murder, kill in the city amongst our people, Israelites, he said, I'm going to do what?
Wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen.
I'm going to bring the worst, not just the heathen, the worst of the heathen, the worst of the Gentiles, the worst of the people that their God is not the God of the Bible, right? The most low degree, coldest, most unfeeling, sociopathic type of people, right? Read.
And they shall possess their house.
And they're going to do, these sociopathic, low-level, low-degree people are going to take the property and housing, read on,
I
land
will also make the pomp of the strong to cease.
and the pomp or arrogancy, right, of the strong are just gonna what?
Cease.
So when we're doing well, when things are good, you can't tell us what.
Nothing.
It's hard to be humble when you're stunned on a jumbotron, right? Our nation can't be humble when we got success going on. When we got a little money, we got $50 in our pocket, got some J's on our feet, got a Mercedes Benz. When you ride nice, you got the rib you want,
Yep.
got the clothes you want. It's really hard to teach the Bible to people, especially Hebrews, when they're not suffering. You try to teach somebody that's like doing really well, like man, we're Israelites, brother, but like that's cool. I mean, that's cool. I'm not a Muslim, bro. They don't even look at the idea that they're Jews or they need the Bible because they're in a good condition. Sometimes I said, listen, because you're in this good condition and you're pompous, you're cocky, you're arrogant, I'm gonna have somebody take your house. I'm gonna have the worst people take over your property and land and vineyards. Read on.
God. And their holy places shall be defiled.
And their holy places shall be what?
Defiled.
Our holy places will be defiled. Right? So what's Scripture talking about? Making a chain means I'm going to put you into a condition of what? Slavery. When you go into slavery, you go into slavery with what? Are you just walk into slavery like, man, put me in slavery? Or you got to force someone into slavery? When you look at the old pictures in antiquity of the Israelites, when they're in antiquity going to slavery, what do? They're in chains. Right? When you see brothers right now going into the prison system, they're in what?
Learn change.
They're in chains. It's just smaller chains. When they're on ships, laying down on the ships like sardines, they're in what? They're in chains. Right? Our people are not just going to walk in slavery and just, it's like Bluetooth slavery. You're gonna, I'm just gonna walk in slavery because you told me to go to slavery. Our people are gonna resist. But the Father said He's gonna make this chain, not the white man. The white man is not the mastermind that's just so smart and so evil he can just trick you into slavery.
He who?
The worst of the heathen,
You said he's gonna make these changes. Who's he?
the Most High.
Oh, okay.
We just read earlier. I am He. I do what? I kill, and I what? Also I injure, right? It's I will not heal, right? The word kill means to injure. So would you not say slavery is injury? Did people not die in slavery? Did Native Americans not die when they lost their land? We just read it said they should possess their what? Houses. So all this land belonged to who? Gad and Reuben. Gad, Reuben, and Issachar. This whole land belonged to Gad, Reuben, and Issachar, the so-called Mexicans in the South, the so-called Gadites, not Gadites, but the so-called Native Americans, all throughout Canada and the States, and Reuben, right? Those three peoples were the natural indigenous people of the North American continent, right? And the South American continent, right? But the Bible says these Israelites are going to be put into a what? Condition where He does what? Makes a chain for them. Let's go to Hosea 4:1. Hosea 4:1 through 3. So class, and this is the introduction to the class. All right, we're not going into super detail. This is the introduction to the class. We know God does what? What does God do?
Kill.
He kills and He does what?
Make a lot.
Makes alive. It depends on what side of the coin you are, right?
Yeah.
Then we know it's a fearful thing to do what?
Fall into the hands of the living God.
It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord if He's displeased with you, right? And we know this God, if He's displeased with you, He's going to make a what? He's going to make a chain. This guy that kills will also make a chain. All right? But why would He do it? Because the land is what? It's full of bloody crimes. The land or the city is full of violence. All right? Are we in Hosea 4:1 through 3? Next man? Yes, sir.
Hey, I got a question, man. I'm trying to understand what it means when it says, "I will also make the pomp of the strong seed? I ain't get that part.
The pomp means when you're doing well, when you have your own land, your own government, your own military, when you have natural resources, that's called nationhood, right? So look at a smaller level. When a brother has his car right, his house right, his health right, his money right, everything right in his life, that's normally when you can't tell him anything, right? The Bible says pride goes before what?
Destruction.
Destruction. And a haunted spirit before what? Before a fall. Men have physical consciousness. Men operate off of physical consciousness, meaning we go off what we see and what we feel. So if you feel good and things around you look good, a man is likely, if he doesn't study the Bible and doesn't obey the scriptures, to get arrogant and to get cocky, right? Right?
Right.
So the scripture says, I'll make the pomp. Yeah, look, the word pomp comes from the word pompous, which means arrogant. So pomp is equivalent to the word of pride, right? It's associated with the word pride. So I will cause the pride of the strong to do what? Cease. Yes, sir.
And I also wanted to add on to that. When you look at the 1828 of pomp, pomp also means show of magnificence or parade. You gotta understand how the Most High operates. Look at Brazil in February, right after they did their Satan parade. You know, we read that verse and it says, "I'll also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled." Right after that parade in Brazil, the Most High sent waves of monsoon, not a monsoon, but storms, and it flooded Brazil, killed 36 people, destroyed their whole parade. Actually, it was raining during the parade. Destroyed the parade, destroyed the people, destroyed the houses, destroyed the crops, the buildings, all that. Tore it all down. That's how the Most High will operate when he sees wickedness. And then our people. That was actually
Another example of that is Hurricane Katrina. Hurricane Katrina happened when?
2007? Oh, it was the Mardi Gras.
It happened around Pride.
Oh.
They started getting into Pride. We started celebrating Pride in Louisiana, right?
Like gay pride?
Yeah, but you know what it is, bro. I don't want to go on that topic. That took all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, I said Friday talking about the day, bro. Today's topic is slavery, bro.
Okay.
All right, we talk about that all the time. But I'm not trying to be funny, but you know, we always talk about that topic. That's almost like, you know.
It's a go-to.
I don't want to say this is the guy always talks about gay. No, I'm not that guy, bro. I got other topics to talk about. We got other things to say today. All right. But the point we're getting to is it was the murder capital, and it was getting heavy into that sexual idolatry, right?
Okay.
And guess what? So the Most High sent what? He sent the Hurricane Katrina, right? The Most High sends storms. He sends Kokolitsi. What's Kokolitsi? It's inflammation in the eyes and people die and get sick, right? The Black Plague. All the so-called Negroes throughout Europe died off during the Black Plague, right? He sends earthquakes in Haiti. The Most High has different ways of regulating his people. But the way he regulated our people at this time was what? Creating that chain. Creating a condition to put you into captivity by sending adversaries or enemies against our people, right? Most High is a gangster, bro. He's not playing people just not listening to him. He's not tolerating people just constantly offending him. There's going to be consequences and what? Repercussions, right? That's the God we serve. We got to get this white Jesus mentality. I'm not saying you're thinking that way, but that's how I was taught. I was taught that I grew up in church. I wore the suit and tie. I had the Easter suit. I was getting eggs too. I was out there eating pork after church, Miss Beasley's house. I was messing around with the girls in the back. I was doing all that, right? But guess what? I had no knowledge that God, the Bible, wasn't playing like that. And he'll put you in slavery for that,
Man.
right?
Never knew about Deuteronomy 32.
Exactly.
39 and all.
As a nation, he'll put you in slavery. As an individual, he'll put you in jail or prison. Macroscopic, microscopic. Big picture, little picture. Nationhood, individual. Right? Nationalistically speaking, on a nationwide scale, how do you put a nation in slavery? You send someone against them to break them down militarily. Right? But we'll get into that later on in the class. The point we get into is He sent the heathen or different nations in to conquer our people. The worst of the heathen, right? Now we're in Hosea 4:1. So the pomp is the arrogancy, the pride. We're doing well, we're doing good, we'll never fall, right? What does America say? It's the same thing. We'll never fall, we'll always do well, we'll always be on top. The number one nation, right? That pride's not new. We have the same pride. We'll never fall, we'll never be put in captivity. Man, we're all right. We got storehouses. We got gold, wealth, silver. We got power. We got a great military. We'll never fall. So I can afford to keep sinning. As individuals, we look at our paycheck, we look at our vehicles, look at our marital condition, we look at our physical health, and we say, based on these 4 factors doing well, I can keep sinning. I can give the Most High less. It's going to be okay. Well, it's not going to be okay. All right? It's not. Because our God kills. Our God makes people unalive or alive. Right? Our God injures. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of what? The power of the Bible. Right? Yahweh. Okay? So let's keep reading. Hosea 4:1. Let's go.
God. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
So I should be hearing, listening. Read.
For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
He has a controversy. What does controversy mean, guys?
Issues.
A problem? What else?
Situation. Disagreement.
Disagreement? What else?
A beef.
A beef. Those are all good words. He has beef.
He had an issue.
He disagrees.
Some conflict.
He has issues.
Red flag.
There's a conflict. There's some red flags going on. Right? Yes, sir.
Controversy. A prolonged public dispute, debate, or contention. Disputation concerning a matter of opinion.
So the Most High has an offense. He's offended. Right?
God.
He's offended. Let's keep reading. Let's find out why.
God. With the inhabitants of the land.
The inhabitants of the land. We weren't always in America.
Come.
We weren't always in Texas and New York and California. Right? We used to have our own land. Read.
Because there is no truth.
There's no what?
There is no truth.
This spiritual power is offended. And he's making a change. Because there's no what?
No truth.
There's no truth. Read.
Nor mercy.
There's no mercy amongst these people that live in this land. There's no truth in this land. There's no mercy in this land. Read.
Nor knowledge of the Most High of the land.
There's a lot of ignorance in this land. Right?
God.
Read.
By swearing and lying.
There's a bunch of swearing. I promise, brother. I'm going to be there for you. I promise I'm going to change. I promise I'm going to be responsible. I promise I'm going to serve my power, the God of the Bible. But really not. Read.
It says, by swearing and lying and killing.
By what?
And killing.
By lying. We be lying our Israelites are liars. Israelites are kings of cap. Cap kings.
Yes, sir.
Cappers, bro. Sir Cap-a-lot. Captains. Right? We're captains, Israel does not tell the truth. It's very rare. And the reasons why, we can go into a whole class about lying. But people normally lie when they don't want to believe the truth. Right? When people don't accept reality, they do what?
They lie.
They lie. Lying is a product of not accepting reality. Right? That's a whole different class. But the Most High is saying these are the things that offend him. When men and women don't accept reality, when men and women are deceptive and deceitful, when men and women don't change, when men and women
by swearing and lying and killing.
But when men and women do what?
By swearing and lying.
Swear, which we make false promises, lie, and what else?
And killing.
When we sit here and commit murders, and what neighborhoods are known for? Taking advantage of people, lying, thieving, hustling, taking advantage of the weak, strangers, right? You can't. You're not from here. You're wearing the wrong colors. Obviously, he's a stranger. Obviously, you don't know. He's not
You don't
from
know
there.
better. You didn't check in with us.
Obviously, he didn't check in. I mean, he's a stranger.
Chicken who?
Didn't know I had to.
I didn't know I had to check in
What's
over
up
here.
for this?
You got to check over here. Right?
Got chicken online?
Listen, the A's not checking. Yeah, listen, bro, you gotta check in with me if you come in. Listen, bro, our people have no hospitality when it comes to when we have our own neighborhoods. There's no hospitality, bro. There's no hospitality amongst our people, bro. We don't treat each other properly. It's about our own people. All right. Remember, it's not about the land. It's talking about the character of the land. It's talking about the personality of the people in the land. The people are they're liars. They're deceivers. They make false promises. They're murderers, right? Read on.
And stealing.
They do what?
And stealing.
Where's my radio? Where's my rims?
The bike.
Where's my car? Right? Where's my rib? Read on. Keep reading. Keep reading.
And committing adultery.
And committing adultery. Where's my rib? Right? Are not these aspects? Whose neighborhood's known for this? Don't bring a girl around here, bro.
True player for real.
Yeah, right. Whose neighborhoods are who sings about this? It's almost like you have to. If you have anything to say as a rapper, just so you know I took your chick. Just so you know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Listen, if you don't have anything relevant to say, just talk about how you took someone else's woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Took your woman.
And some gold. Some gold and some rings.
Got a better car than you.
Chains.
For what reason? Why you get gold rims and chains?
Get somebody.
To take somebody else's woman. Right? That's what our people want to do.
That's true.
I don't hear about that in China.
No?
I got your woman. I don't hear that.
Yeah.
I don't hear that the Italians. Yeah, I took her your woman. I don't hear that. They might take your money, but I think they respect the family. It's the principles of family.
They might kill you, but they ain't gonna disrespect the family.
Listen, you don't hear about these things happening in other nations. Arabs. You don't hear Arabs out there. They stun all day. They got plenty of oil. They got plenty of gold. They got golden airplanes flying in the sky. I don't hear about these dudes taking their brother's woman. There's plenty of women in their nation to take another man's woman. Right? But we, as a nation, to this day, take pride in that. We get off that. Right? This is the character of where we live in our neighborhoods. Right? Read on.
God. They break out and blood touching blood.
And what happens as a result? When you go to the club, right? Why don't they keep black clubs open? Black men can't keep clubs open.
Oh,
You got about 8 months, bro.
that's it.
Right? Why? Because someone swore. Somebody made a false promise. Somebody lied.
Stepped on somebody's shoes.
Somebody took somebody's woman. Right? Somebody committed adultery. Right? We don't treat each other right. So obviously, blood's gonna go what? Someone's gonna bleed, right? Someone's gonna bleed. If not both parties, because when one person bleeds, well, he took mine. I gotta do what?
Take it.
I gotta take his. Isn't that a never-ending saga amongst our people? You took one of mine, I'm gonna take one of yours. He made my mama cry, I'll make his mama cry. Or somebody's mama finna cry tonight. We rejoice with these statements.
It happened in San Antonio when Katrina happened. All the Louisiana people come down. There was a bunch of back and forth killing. You remember that?
Yeah, they was killing before that.
Yeah, they were killing.
But
before
it's
that.
just turned up a little bit. They did turn up.
Yeah.
But it's amongst our people, it is known
Yeah.
that blood will touch blood. Read on.
God, it says, verse 3. Therefore shall the land mourn.
Therefore, the land's going to do what?
Shall the land mourn.
The land's going to mourn. Or you ain't gonna have no land. Or your land and your neighbor's going to be in a sad condition. Read on.
And every one that dwelleth therein shall languish.
All the people that live on this type of regime of inconsiderate, selfish, lying, false swearing, oppressive, lustful, adulterous men, Because we gotta take responsibility for how our nation is. We can't just blame it all on women now. That blaming it on women is what? For what? We don't have any power. We don't have any control of our own neighborhoods. We have no authority over our houses. Right?
Come.
Read on.
God, it says, everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish with
Uh-huh.
the beasts of the field and with the fowls of the heaven.
Everybody gotta suffer. Animals gotta suffer. Beasts of the field gotta suffer, which is the animals. Our kids gotta suffer. Everything, our food sources, our land masses, and our family structure is all suffering because the white man, because the Greeks did it. We'll find out, right? They might have a hand in it, but what did we read earlier? He said, I'm going to send the worst of the heathen because of how you treat your people. We treat our people foul. So because we treat our people foul, the God of the Bible that kills, right? The God of the Bible that says it's a fearful thing to fall into his hands, right? The God of the Bible that makes a chain for those that commit bloody crimes and commit violence. He's going to have to send a situation, right? Ezekiel 16 verse 15 through 16.
I get a verse real quick.
What verse? Yeah, show me.
I should have verse. It's on your point, man. It's really this whole thing, but punchline. So people sold our people for shoes.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I like that.
Go to Amos 2 and verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go down to 7. Just on that point, explaining, our own people have oppressed us. Our own people have afflicted us, and it's to explain more reason why the Most High has such a frustration with us as a nation. Read that Amos 2 and verse 4.
Amos chapter 2, verse 4. Thus saith the Most High.
So thus saith the Most High. Read.
For 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4.
So there's 4 things that our people are doing. Read.
I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
These transgressions that our people were doing and operating back then and even now is the reason why the Most High was not going to forgive us. The reason why the Most High was going to continuously sting us. Read.
Because they have despised the law of the Lord.
The first thing was we despise the law of the Lord. You can tell we despise the law of the Lord by our customary practices, our holidays, our dietary practices, how we operate amongst one another. Read on.
And have not kept his commandments.
We didn't follow the ways that the Most High had us or intended us to walk. We despised them. We rejected them. We blatantly went contrary to them. Read on.
And their lies caused them to err.
Our own delusions caused us to err.
Wow.
Our own belief that we were right continuously added sin upon sin. That's what you read about when that drunkenness to thirst. We were already thirsty. We're already lacking of spiritual understanding. But we just shut our eyes to the Most High's warnings. We shut our eyes to the prophets. We shut our eyes to the scriptures. We didn't want to hear. So that caused us to err more and more. Read on.
After the which their fathers have walked.
Because what we did was we didn't see that our fathers got stung. Reading the Sabbath, watching the Sabbath classes, Hezekiah did the right thing. He saw the wickedness of his father. He said, I'm not going to copy that same action. I'm going to go the right way. But our people will follow our father's sins. We'll follow our grandfather's sins. We'll follow our great-grandfather's sins. We are doing this perpetually and wondering why we had the same result of affliction, of destruction, of captivities over and over and over again throughout our history. Read on.
Verse 5. But I will send fire upon Judah, and it shall devour the palaces of Jerusalem.
I will send fire upon Judah.
God.
Think about the 60s. Think about the 1800s when we had churches. What was always getting burnt? What about the 7 girls or the 5 girls that died in the church during the time period of the Civil Rights Movement?
The Black Panthers.
Yeah, listen, bro. Our churches have always been firebombed. That's always happened in America and outside America. Right?
Yeah.
But that was prophecy. Read on.
Thus, verse 6. Thus saith the Lord. It's like we're verse 7. So. No, yeah, we're there. Verse 6. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
Hold on, read from the top. You ran through that. Read the top.
So Amos chapter 2, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
For thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Israel, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
So just like Judah, and don't get it confused. Just because Israel was doing one thing and Judah was doing another thing, we all do the same thing. We can find 9.5 tribes also not keeping the commandments with their El Pastor or their pastor, not following following after Christmas, following after the holidays, the holidays. Whatever it is, we fit in all categories. So it's addressing our nation as a whole. We are all doing this wickedness. We are all doing idolatry. We all didn't want to follow the Most High. Read on.
Because they sold the righteous for silver.
So our people during this time was selling our own people for money. We're selling our own people for job opportunities. We're selling our own people to come up in this world. That's what we're doing back in the day.
We'll sell drugs to our people. We'll sell drugs to the weak of our people and profit off of our people.
Bro.
We're known for exploiting our people.
Our own people out.
We love to do this. He was just game goofy, bro.
That's their fault.
That fool was game goofy. He's a sucker. That's why I took his woman. He's a sucker. That's why I sold him out. So be it.
Con.
I stayed on that. So okay, that we function on a dog. We function with the dog eat dog mentality.
Con.
We get mad because Esau pushes capitalism and he has a dog eat dog society. But let's not forget that we had a dog eat dog society too. A dog eat dog society is a part of a godless society.
You know, one of the things that Esau will always pull to defend themselves.
Uh-huh.
Let's say, yeah, we're bad. Our police force, it could be better. But statistically, y'all people afflict your own more than we do.
And how about in slavery, there were free blacks that enslaved other blacks. How about in slavery? I don't put came out the bad. It's true. There were Native Americans that enslaved our people also.
I know.
I'm not trying to make tribalism. You know what I'm saying?
But we did it.
We're all jerks in the situation.
It just said we sold us for
Listen, there's black cops that are worse than white cops.
Con.
That's almost the scariest thing to deal with. If a brother's turned up,
trying to prove himself to the force.
listen, or there's sellouts among our people. There's cells where our people are trying to do something righteous, and there's cells that just can't stand to see our people do well, so they just snitch and sell our people out. Even at like Nat Turner's Rebellion, there's always that sellout that sells out his own people. We could have got out of slavery.
They call them Uncle Toms, that.
Yeah,
they exist.
Yeah, we're really Sambos. If you
It's almost a prophecy. It's continued to happen through.
Is this a prophecy?
Listen, we're reading prophecy. We're reading that. Listen, bro, we're sellouts.
God.
We're liars.
We'll sell our own people out.
Listen, bro, if you sleep with your brother's rib, if you lie to your brother, right? If you sit here and take advantage of the weak and sell them for silver, we're on the scripture.
God.
It says, because they sold the righteous for silver and the poor for a pair of shoes.
Read that last part again.
And the poor for a pair of shoes.
Who's robbing, stealing, killing for a pair of shoes, for some J's. For some fresh J's,
Remember the news?
That's not Esau,
back in the day, bro. Listen, it used to be always listen, but listen. I was trying to buy my nephew some shoes. Listen, I was trying to buy my nephew some shoes, bro. My nephew, I'm like the bad uncle, but I ain't really said nothing in a minute. I've been garbage for a while, bro. I'm in the work, man, but I'm not like really connecting.
Yeah,
like I need to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get together, bro. Right. So I'm gonna buy both my nephews some Jordans, bro. Most High hooked me up and started winning this little shoe lottery.
Yeah,
I said it gotta be the Most High confirming. I'm gonna take care of my nephews.
Yeah,
right, but. I don't even buy it. I mean, I wear Jordans, but I don't really care about them. There's just a tennis shoe, right? Yeah. I like the vinyls, you know. That's about it, right? But the point is, I'm in line, bro. I'm at Ingram Park Mall. I'm in line out, and a dude says, "Where's your ticket?" Because everybody's have a ticket to be in line.
Yeah.
And he like, "I don't got a ticket." And dude said, "You have a ticket?" I go. I saw a grown man, bro, crying. I started crying like a little baby. Tears came out of his eyes. Tears. He was booing out. Right? And I'm like, you know, these brothers are taking this shoe thing pretty serious, bro. Right? That's how I feel my nigga senses started tingling a little bit, bro. Because
that's real. You start feeling something.
My Nigerian senses started to tingle. Because the look in the brothers' eyes, brothers have this real, like, I've never seen brothers.
Glossy, it's devious.
Brothers have this real, like, they have this. They have this 3 in the morning look in their face out.
3 in the morning.
Yeah, there's a 12 o'clock face, a 7 o'clock face. There's a 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. face brothers have when they just
Like you ain't up to no good.
everybody's on some. They're sizing you up, right? Cats are driving the parking lot, just keep driving in circles.
Yeah.
Everybody's driving in the parking lot. Buzz is real serious. You don't see Judah too serious, but not here. All of a sudden, Judah's serious. It's like 7:30 in the morning. Like I don't see no Judah serious 7:30 in the morning, bro.
Real early.
I don't see brothers waking unless it's going to work. Brothers is driving around in parking lot, real serious, moving slow, scheming, looking at brothers, sizing, looking. I had that feeling like you trying to think you're gonna take me, bro. That's the feeling you're getting. We're in lineup, right? Not in lineup, we're in line, right? And
Yeah. It is.
but I get these shoes out, and people walking out, bro. And I just start like, I say, you know what, bro? I'm gonna go out the back exit. I'm gonna go out the back exit. I'm gonna go out the employee door.
Yeah.
Like I had 2 pairs of jewelry. I'm smiling, I'm walking out, and everybody looking. You get them, you got them, bro. They had this like vibe on them, man.
Yeah. Why you ask me that?
It was like idolatry, bro. It was like there was some like a idol in a shoebox,
Real, bro.
right?
Just wait.
You would have thought they had it was like the 2023 new Bible that came out. Like it was like this the new Bible. It's a pair of shoes, bro. Right? And then so I got my car, I dipped out, and you can see brothers is like, if I can't get the shoe, I'm just gonna knock you out and take the shoe.
Bro.
Right?
Yeah.
And then always that question. This is how you know people plotting on you. What shoe size you wear?
Yeah. My size.
What shoe size? Your answer should be, hey man, that's my size, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so you got some kid shoes or something like that? Yes, sir.
No, I was gonna get some Bare 9s, bro.
Yeah.
One day, and I was in line. We was talking about it. This lady asked me in the middle of the line what
Yeah.
size you wear. And I told her my shoe size,
Yeah.
and she was ahead of me, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't have her size
Yeah.
that she was looking for, so she took the size up that I was gonna get the last pair out.
That's your
Got
fault.
you.
You got
She got you, so you shouldn't say it. But listen, the cats on your shoe, they want to take your shoes. I got the same size.
Just so you don't get it.
Listen, we have the
Just so you
same.
don't get
Listen,
that.
there's a lust and there's an idolatry behind the desire for your shoes. So these aren't like some ancient scriptures. This is what we're still doing it.
Bro. Things been the full.
This is common. People have the new shoes, go to school with the new shoes on, and he got to fight. Is that a common thing?
Calm, bro. Oh, you scuff their shoes out. His own.
I don't hear about white people going to the club and somebody some of their shoes and then somebody gets shot that night. That's amongst our people. That's our people.
There'll be whole gang wars over some shoe stomping.
Listen, bro. Listen, our
Come
packs
on, bro.
get beat up and they get beat up, chain gets snatched, and shoes is gone. These are common reports amongst our people.
It'd be one sock gone too. Like just being asked that.
Yeah. This is our people. That's how you know who the Hebrews are. You don't hear Arabs doing this? You don't hear Chinese people stealing little Bruce Lee shoes,
They're making the shoes.
right? You don't hear that. It's our people
Our people.
who have this consumer idolatry mindset, right? That's what it is.
Kind
Real
over the most mundane things.
on his childish things, bro. Real.
Kind. Read on. Yo, up.
Got you. Verse 7. It says, that pant after the dust of the earth on the head of the poor.
It says that pant after the dust of the earth on the head of the poor. What does that mean? Our people are also known for disturbing or abusing poor, the homeless. I just saw a report the other day, and it was talking about 4 black men. Well, actually, it was 3 black men. They beat to death a homeless man in Chicago or Charlotte. And then you look online, there's several reports of our people just constantly going after homeless people just because our people love to just cause havoc. If I can't afflict the white man, then I'm going to cause the needy. I'm going to afflict the needy, the poor, the ones that can't defend themselves.
Our people will take advantage of the weak.
Con.
Listen, when you go to school, who's getting bullied?
The weak guy.
Listen, bro, if you don't have the hands out, if you don't have them hands, or you can't dress up, you finna have a
You get
problem.
clowned out.
If you can't dress well, if you don't have the name brands,
Bro, you
and if you can't defend yourself, you finna get punked. I mean, that happens all day, bro.
They're looking for you, bro. Look, they call it the brown table lot. When you go to the brown table at lunchtime, it's going to be like 4 or 5 just flaming you up all day, every day.
You getting flamed up?
And you got to make a choice. You going to come back to that same table? Because if you don't, you're getting clowned the next day. But if you come back, you're going to get clowned regardless. So you can't escape. I can't escape the fact that these guys are coming at me. I'm going to fight.
You
Or
can't,
not.
and you can fight, but you gotta fight everybody. Listen, you gotta fight every day. So
It ain't gonna be fair.
this is these reports are among our people. We gotta take responsibility and accountability for how we run our nation.
And these are the transgressions which the Most High doesn't forgive. That our people were known for. Read on. There's something else too.
Go ahead.
God. It says the head of the poor, and turn aside the way of the meek.
Because our people don't want to be humble. Our people have turned aside from the way of being.
And that's a great point. People, if you are meek, take advantage of it. The good dude, we're gonna keep pressing them till they turn into a killer. Turn a good dude to a killer. Listen, you keep pushing him until he just pops. He goes in his daddy's little closet, and then he loses 10 years of his life.
Bro,
These are real things, bro.
you know, there used to be a saying that the good guys finish last and nice guys finish last. So the revolution was, well, I'm just gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the contrary guy because that's obviously what people want to see.
Or you don't get the women. You don't get women if you're not the negative guy. You're not the
You gotta be
demon.
negative to get the girl.
You're not the demon act. You're not irresponsible and overboard and criminal. You might not get as many opportunities for ayashas, right? Amongst our people.
That's how backwards we are.
We're ass backwards. But these are components. This is the components and the culture of so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians, so-called Haitians, so-called Dominicans, Central Americans, Puerto Ricans, Chilean, Brazilians, Argentinians, so-called Mexicans, so-called Negroes, whatever, Cubans, all that. Latino, Native Americans, all that. Right? It's bad. It's really bad on these what's the term for it, bro? Dirt floors in the nowhere land. There's ghettos, there's slums, there's barrios, and then there's what?
Third war.
Slums.
Native American ghettos. What do they call them?
Reds.
Reservations. I'm sorry about that. It's
The Reds. They call
a little
it
brain
Reds.
fart. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of crime that goes on reservations.
Bro.
Right?
That's not reported.
It's unreported because there's no.
Even worse than the
They have a different system.
Third
Yeah.
World.
But our people devour each other. Keep reading. Keep going.
Yeah,
Your
keep
point?
going.
It says, and a man and his father
So it says a man and his father are gonna do what?
will go in unto the same maid.
Now hold on. Didn't this happen with Lori Harvey? Lori Harvey dated a man and then dated her father. You know who her father was? Diddy. Lori Harvey, you know Steve Harvey's daughter?
Oh,
The guy with the beard?
Yeah.
She's like the icon for women right now. She's dating all the most attractive men in the world. She just got done dating a guy from Creed, who was voted the most handsome man in the entire universe, something like that. Yeah, but she's got a laundry list of men. But what I'm saying is, before she went to the guy from Creed, she was with Diddy. Before Diddy, she was with Diddy's son. This is what the scriptures are saying.
Yeah. She monkey branched up. Right? What she did.
Climbed up the branch.
That's what happened. That's what happened, bro.
Our people were doing a whole lot of fornication, and we were known for this. And this is another offense which the Most High had a large issue with.
So our people don't have any type of respect for each other. And we talk about Diddy on them, but you see on World Star, you see Buzz mad because she's like, I'll just deal with your dad then. To get back at the dude.
The dad or the brother. I'm gonna do it with somebody.
What did she do?
Hey, look, I'm not gonna go on that, bro. You go on the internet for that.
Look,
Why
see there what the scripture says.
Listen, we're just showing that sexual perversion, deceit, murder, and material idolatry, right, are grounds and reasons for the Most High to say, I'm going to make a chain for these people.
I'm gonna start wounding. I'm gonna start killing. I'm gonna start chaining these people.
I'm going to put these people in chains.
So we're not innocent.
Because what do? You put a beast in chains.
Man.
So if you want to be a beast, but I'm going to put you in chains like a beast.
Man.
The choice is yours. Right?
Man.
Read on.
To profane my holy name.
And you're embarrassing me.
Exactly.
Go ahead, good boy. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying
it's embarrassing.
You're embarrassing the Most High.
This the holy people up? This the Jews up?
This guy's chosen?
The liars? The liars, the thieves, the shoe idolaters.
Black on black crime for some shoes.
Yeah, bro. The guys that they share the same woman. The father and son share the same woman.
Same.
Oh, you know, we keep it all in the family, dog. We you know, we keep it G code, right? Listen, bro. We ain't gonna fall about no female, right?
Okay.
So that's how we operate as niggas. This is a real thing, and the father's sick of it. He's disgusted at how we operate and how we treat each other. You don't think there's a consequence for that?
Yes, sir.
You don't think there's a consequence? You just keep killing and robbing and being deviant
Being contrary.
and not keeping your promises to your people? And you keep treating people that are from other neighborhoods like garbage that they're in your neighborhood? You think God's gonna just sit back and just let it keep going? Read.
Verse 8. And they laid themselves down upon clothes laid to pledge by every altar.
And they lay themselves down, which means what? They give themselves fully to idolatry. They lay themselves down. I'm fully immersing myself in wickedness. If I'm going to be a Mason, we're going to be Masons. You see brothers walking around with little rings, and you try to talk to them, hey, what's up, brother? Oh, you know, you don't got the wisdom.
Yeah.
Now, I got the wisdom of Solomon over here. like, yeah, you got the wisdom of Solomon? Why? You know, I'm a Mason. So, yo, you a Mason, huh? Yeah, but you don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
That's our people,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Our people also fall into that Muslim idea. You know,
Right.
laying down on clothes, laying on those mats every so hours to pray to their cobblestone, pray to their Muslim god, because it's not our God. They don't serve our power. So our people have constantly been in idolatry. Constantly serve
Or
other
they'll
people.
fully immerse into churchianity and sit there and have the softest skin, and they'll be doing choir rehearsal all day, roll like women, right?
Just bathe in holy water.
We'll completely immerse ourselves into anything but the God of the Bible, is the point. There is a consequence for that, right? So now, let's go to Ezekiel 16, verse 15 through 16. Good scripture, bro. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 15 through 16. So we know the Most High does what? He kills, right? We know it's a fearful thing to fall in the hands of who?
The living power.
The living power, the Most High, right? Then what's the Most High do? He said he will do what? He'll make a chain. Why will he make a chain? Because the city is full of what? Violence. And blood touches blood, right?
Yep.
He has a controversy with the what? Inhabitants of the land. And in Amos 2, we're showing there's various reasons. Selling the poor. Taking people, advantage people for shoes. Right?
Shoes.
Men taking advantage of taking advantage and operating in whoredom when it comes to our women. Right? Being cocky and arrogant and not serving the Most High when you have a good situation. These are all grounds for the Most High to make a chain. Right? Ezekiel 16, verse 15 through 16. Ezekiel 16, verse 15 through 16.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 15. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty.
But we trust in our own what?
Beauty.
Beauty is external, right? So we're trusting in our what? External. Once again, I said, this is how you know you're off. When you strictly compose your mind of physical consciousness. When you're strictly thinking on a material level, on a physical level, not thinking on a spiritual, biblical level. When you strictly look at your life condition, when you base your life and how you feel about your life strictly on your material possessions or how you feel emotionally. Right?
You know the saying, look good, feel good?
Yeah.
It's never, spiritually feel great. Outwardly, don't matter.
Yeah.
Listen, outward gotta matter. How I look, how I smell, how I talk, how I walk.
Yeah.
That's more important than, morally being all right.
Yeah, it's more important than my ethics, morals, and principles.
Okay.
We don't take pride in our principles, ethics, and morals. We take pride, Bentley, Benz, or Beamer.
Yeah.
Versace, Polo on my body. Right? That's what we do. Right? I'm dripped up. I'm stoned up. I got my wrist is melting right now. Wrist on freeze.
True religion.
Right?
True religion is my religion.
KOD.
What's that? Oh yeah,
of the day.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, listen, we're very shallow. Is my point. We're shallow.
Yeah.
So the Most High said, because you trust in your what?
Read on.
It says, but thou didst trust in thine own beauty,
Israel trusts in their own what?
beauty,
Read on.
and playedst the harlot.
And because we're doing well on a physical level, because your paycheck's good, because your house is good, because your car is good. It don't mean you gotta be rich. We could be broke as hell and just have nice shoes and be cocky and arrogant. It unsubmissive to the Most High.
That's normally what it is. We'll spend our whole check on some shoes.
I got some Jabot jeans on. Right? You got Jabot jeans, huh? You keep your body clean, huh?
It's still
You got a fresh fade today.
Yeah.
You got a nice fade. You got a good haircut.
It's real sharp right now. It's real crisp.
It'd still be acting the fool.
Listen, we won't consider how we treat the Most High or how we treat our people.
Right.
How many brothers died over starter jackets?
Starter jackets.
This is old thing. It's an old example.
That's why he said same.
That's an old example for certain 30 plus crowd. A lot of people died over over starter jackets. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Chicago Bulls starter jacket. You ready to die for that, bro? Right? So starter jackets are just nowadays young culture. If you Lambo'd up, you made some money. You came up. You died within a couple months of buying that Lambo out. The young cats don't care about star jackets. They even care about Lambos now. Yeah. Whatever you got, whatever is the symbol of success for your generation, people are about to die over that. Right?
Yeah.
Cuban link. Let's keep going.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 15. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playedst the harlot because of thy renown.
We played the harlot because of our reputation. As a nation, nationalistic scale, we were doing well.
Yep.
We weren't always slaves. We weren't always in the bottom.
Nope.
We weren't always picking cotton.
We were kings.
We weren't always on this low level, just sitting here getting whipped all day. That wasn't always the case. There was a time when we were doing well as a people. May have been a couple hundred years ago, because we've been taking some L's. No, we've been taking some L's for a minute, right?
Right.
But the issue is, whenever we're doing well, we can't be told nothing. And when we're doing well, we deal with what? Classism. Because I have more than you, I treat you different. Even in slavery, if I'm in the house and you're in the field, I treat you different. Even today, if I'm in the States, if I have a citizenship and you don't have citizenship,
Same
I treat you different.
Yeah, that's real.
Same tribe. We're the same tribe.
I treat you
look just
different.
like them.
I'm a real American.
Yeah, listen. I have citizenship
That's
and you don't. There's a difference between me and you.
We look exactly the same.
I'm from the West. You're from the East.
Yeah.
I'm from the North. You're from the South. You're from the burbs. I'm from the hood. Or you're from the hood. I'm from the burbs. You're military. You're just a citizen. I don't really deal with y'all if you're not military. We create these light, shallow divisions amongst our people. That's what we're known for. There's a consequence for that. Read on.
And pourest out thy fornication on every one that passed by, his it was.
And we pour out our fornication. What fornication? Oh man, it happened. The inevitable happened. Let's just fix this camera. Alright, we'll keep going. So it's right here. Thou pours out thy fornications, right? What's fornication? Having intimacy, right? With another deity. That's what fornication is. It's having intimacy and giving the best of what you have to offer to another god. Right? Read on. We gotta keep fixing this camera. The camera gotta get a little. Huh?
You got it? Okay.
It's cool. Let's fix the camera a little bit more.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Read on.
Ezekiel chapter 16 and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And of thy garments thou didst take.
That's perfect. Of that what?
Of thy garments thou didst take.
What were our garments? The culture the Most High gave us. The wisdom the Most High gave us. The blessing the Most High gave us. Read.
And deckest the high places with diverse colors.
We end up decking the high places with diverse colors. High places were areas where we can serve idol alternative deities.
Yep.
Read.
And played the harlot thereupon.
And we played the whore. We whore in our God. When you deal with idolatry, you deal with different levels of physical debauchery and defilement. That's a part of the worship system. And also when you deal on a spiritual level, when it comes to more on the, a spiritual level, we traded our God for another God. Right? We were married to the Most High. Israel, I am married unto you. We're married to the Most High. We want to marry Buddha. We want to marry Allah. We want to marry white Jesus. We want to marry the American dollar. We want to marry the Democratic Party. We want to marry the Republican Party. We want to marry the Masons. We want to marry the college academic
mindset.
What was it? The Kappas, Deltas, Betas, Qs.
Yeah, it's the Greek mindset, the Greco-Roman mindset.
Yeah, we want to blend in this. We want to be Greek, right? Or we want to be godless. Or we want to serve ourselves. These are different facets of our nation. Yes, sir.
You said the garments were what again, sir?
The garment was the covering, the covering, but not of my spirit. Spirit meaning mindset. The mindset is the garment. So the mentality and the culture is the garment Israel had. We sold and exchanged our mindset. We exchanged our culture for a Greek culture. We asked for a license to sin. When you read Maccabees, right?
Yep.
So we sold out, right? We even bleached our skin. We can't lie about these things. These are real facts. We bleached our Sammy Sosa, Michael Jackson, Little Kim, a lot of people, and at one time the Serena Williams,
Nicki Minaj.
yeah, she bleached up too. She bleached up.
No,
she went back.
You ever seen her now? No, she's still light.
Yeah, she got
Yeah, they be bleaching up. Stacey Dash. A lot of our people
Nicki
want.
Minaj.
A lot of people want to dip up in their Clorox sock and change their melanin.
It's sickness, huh?
Listen,
Yeah.
these are crimes against our Father. These are crimes against the Most High because we don't value what the Most High gave us. We don't appreciate that. We don't appreciate the blessings, the wisdom, and the culture He gave us. We don't appreciate the codes and commandments He gave us. Right? Keep reading.
Con, and of thy garments thou didst take, and deckest the high places with divers colors, and playedst the harlot thereupon.
So we played the whore, and we end up exchanging our culture for another culture, for money, for advantage, for convenience. And we literally did it for money because when in the Greek time period, when you deal with the Greeks, if you were naked in those gymnasiums, right? You could do business deals. You can connect the business deals with the Greek culture, but they did business deals in the gymnasiums.
Yep.
Which gymnasium means to exercise naked.
Wow.
So we made ourselves uncircumcised, and we went to gymnasiums and did business deals with the Greeks
So we could fit in.
to separate from Hebrew culture, and we got a license to sin from Caesar.
Yep.
In this time period, it's boule. We'll oppress our own people, and we're special, and we'll have the nigga play the slave master and oppress all of the people. We'll be house slaves, right? This is the mindset of our people. We'll oppress our own people with classism. If we're all poor, we take advantage of the weakest man amongst us. Then we'll take each other's woman. Listen, bro, this is a people that operate like beasts. What do you give a beast? A chain. So what the Most High said I'm going to do? I'm going to make a what? I'm going to make a chain. You're going to restrain yourself. Some form of, with your will or against your will. Right? Next scripture. Jeremiah 30 verse 14 through 15. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 14 through 15. So quick recap. The Most High kills. It's a fearful thing to go what?
Being fall to the hand.
To fall to the hand of living power. Right? And his living power will do what? He'll make a chain. And why will he do that? Because the sea is filled with violence. And what violence do we do? Murder, kill, rob, lie, steal. And what we do on a spiritual level? Because we're stable, we'll worship other gods, other deities. We'll reject the Bible, reject the commandments to follow other gods. Right? This is our track record. This is not Daria's idea. This is not how I personally feel. This is our history.
It's embarrassing, man.
It's embarrassing.
It is.
Right? And it's embarrassing to the Most High. Because we're polluting his holy name. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 14 reads,
Uh-huh.
All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
Now listen, connect the idea. If we're playing the harlot, all thy what? Lovers. Read on.
Have forgotten thee.
You know what that means? Listen, bro.
They'll answer your call.
Nobody give a damn about you. You're not getting reparations.
You still think
Nah.
you want us?
You're going to get the crumbs. You're going to get food stamps. You're going to get the worst positions on the job. You get to be the front line and be the biggest bullet sponge in the world. Or you get to invent something and we take credit for it. Or you're colored, you're Negro, you're African American, you're Nubian,
Yep.
you're everything but the real Jew.
You're an alien.
You're an alien, you're Latinx.
Oh,
That's the new one.
that's the worst one. That's the worst one.
You've been forgotten. You've been forgotten. Read.
They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
Who's I? Even I. I am he. I kill and I make alive. I wound.
Oh.
The Most High said I will wound. He wounded us. You lost your history. You didn't value your history. You lost your religion. You didn't value religion. You lost your family. You didn't show up anyway. I didn't show up. I didn't come through anyway. I'm rolling dice out there. I'm rolling dice trying to come up. Right? Israel don't value what the Most High give him, bro. The blessings with health and strength, we don't value that. Our own families, when we get families, we don't value that. We get ribs that want to be in order not be worldly women, we don't even teach them. Or we don't even be examples for them.
Yeah.
We don't even be an example for them to inspire them. We get kids, we want to develop them. As ostrich women, and as ostrich men. It goes both ways, bro. Carelessness and neglect go two ways, bro. And these are reasons. Because we didn't want to give our family stability, huh? I got this point real quick. I got to make this part from this point.
There you go.
We don't provide stability.
Yep.
It's Issachar joke. I got mad, but it's true. They said, how's a black man feed a family? You heard that one before?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Now I forgot how the joke went, but I got mad because I forgot because I got so angry. Right? But he said, what's the difference between Church's chicken and a black man? That's the joke. It said, even Church's chicken can feed a family.
That's fucked up.
Listen.
Sad,
That's a bad joke, but is it untrue? We won't spiritually feed our family.
Okay.
If we feed our family physically, I pay the bills.
Yeah.
That's cool, but you're watching TV all day. That's cool, but you're not providing mental stability. That's cool, but you're not instilling instruction and wisdom. That's cool, but you're not being the example of what I want to grow into be. You're not being the example that I want to follow. How many sons don't want to be like their fathers? My dad, bro. My dad was sitting here, split chest right here in the middle, bro. My dad had a Tony Stark split in his chest, huh? You think he's black Tony Stark, bro? This is his heart split in the middle. This is a big, take his shirt off. He had that white tee, little afro, little gold chain, bro. And just a straight gash, like somebody took a sword and just cut his chest in half. Right? I'm a little baby. I'm like, what's going on with my dad? And he like this. We finna eat some pork chops tonight. I'm like, yay, daddy. Pork chops. My dad like this. Got the Oldsmobile.
Yeah.
You riding the Oldsmobile out. 88 Cutlass Supreme out.
Yeah.
Riding clean out. We go all over the city out. Windows down.
Kicking all
We're in the crib. Out of the chair, stars in the sky. I'm in the front yard. My dad like this. And then I get the little spark and go behind the tree. Then my dad's in the kitchen. Ain't got the oil, got all the Crisco burned out. Pork chops is frying, the house smell good out. What you doing, Dad? He's making these pork
Was
chops.
it Christmas?
We're making these pork chops. That's what we finna do. If it ain't pork chops, the chicken is frying out.
Yeah.
The chicken is frying.
Right.
The little chicken on like this. The chicken's flexing on like this. You look up to the table and who's at the table? Bow down, say your grace. Who's at the table? White Jesus, bro. White Jesus is at the table, and we're eating pork and fried chicken, and he's putting extra salt.
Sound like
Next thing you know,
sound like Christmas.
Next thing you know, here comes the red lights, the red and blue lights. A loud noise. Dad had a heart attack. Then you look up, you're in the hospital. And then you look up, he's on the bed. You look up, he's in the coma. Look up, you're in the funeral. You look up, you're at the church. You look up, he's stiff in the church. He's in the casket, stiff, sitting there. Next thing you know, you ain't got no daddy no more. Next thing you know, you gotta figure out on your own. You better figure out on your own.
And you're doing the same thing.
You better figure out on your own. You better figure out this life thing on your own.
Yeah.
You better figure it out. You better borrow a dad, or you better watch a hella TV. You better read some books, or you better have some instinct.
And you're dating, starting a whole nother life.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Because the father didn't apply the wisdom of the Bible. Now, to his defense, he didn't know any better. But you know what? You should look at if your condition's not improving and the product of what you're creating isn't working, then whose fault is it?
Yours.
But we don't take accountability. So the father don't take accountability. What does the son do? The son does not take accountability. Then what's the son doing? Stealing people's shoes. Breaking people's houses.
Yeah.
Gang, 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 gang.
Yeah.
Gang, gang, gang.
Yeah.
Mama can't be at work all day. So what's the son doing? Now I'm on the block. I'm trapping. I'm crawling through little girls' rooms and windows. Doing things I shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Right?
Just out of pocket.
Listen, beat off. These are conditions that happen behind irresponsibility. The men lacked responsibility, so the children became monsters. That's the story of Israel. Remember, when you read the Bible, what do you always read? What does Moses always say? It was your fathers. He always says, like your fathers. He says, don't worship the idols of who? Your fathers. It said your mother. It said your mama.
Nope.
It said your father. The men reject the Most High. The men rejected the wisdom. Now, this time, women are all crazy out of pocket. Want you to have a Bentley. All kind of crazy stuff going on, right? Super materialistic.
Want a Birkin bag?
They want a roster too. They want a roster. They got a roster now.
Rasta for pasta.
The scripture's true now. The scripture says, it says, they marry and give in marriage. The last days of Noah,
Yeah.
these are the last days of Noah. It's be marrying and giving in marriage. Everybody's married to everybody.
Yeah.
She's for everybody. Why is she for everybody?
Because she's giving the marriage.
Listen, bro, we have a societal breakdown.
Yeah.
Well, yes,
It
but
starts with the men, yeah.
I'm saying is we're not fixing it, bro.
No.
Right.
I'm not.
Listen, I get the point that my dad had to eat his pork chops and had to smoke his cigarettes, and he did his thing. But am I supposed to be like, Daddy, I'm gonna do the same thing you did? No, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and fail my. I don't have no kids, but if I did, I'm not gonna fail them and sit here and eat some pork chops and smoke some cigarettes and die on them, right? Whatever your dad did that was off, just don't do what he did that was off.
Yeah.
Some men grow up in the truth. Some men grow up in the truth and they watch their fathers make mistakes. Does that give you the right to make the same mistakes?
No.
No. If your parents make mistakes, what should you do?
Correct them.
Learn from your parents' mistakes.
Don't do the same.
Listen, that's rejecting the gods of your fathers.
Yeah.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
But what does Israel do?
Do the opposite.
It was my environment.
Yeah.
I'm product of
We
it.
take the easy route and make excuses.
I'm a product of that generation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Not my fault.
My dad was a hustler. I'm a hustler. My daddy was a thug.
So my jeans.
I'm a thug. My dad was in the streets. I'm in the streets. My dad had 4 or 5 kids. I got 4 or 5 kids that I'll take care of. My dad was an example. I'm not going to be an example. My dad didn't take accountability. I'm not going to take accountability. It starts with the men taking accountability. The woman going to follow, bro. She going to follow. When men are on code, women follow. When men want to be individuals, they can play games. The children can play games. The women can play games. And the so-called devil, the white man, can play games. Why? Because you won't take accountability. Read on.
All thy lovers have forgotten thee.
So cool, because you want to be a whore. You want to worship other gods. You want to be a Muslim. You want to be a Catholic. You want to be a Baptist. You want to worship money. You want to be a Greek. You want to be a Roman. Cool. Read.
They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy.
I'm going to let these people forget about you. We're all the good the black man did in America. The black man did a lot of things in America. And how come the black man is being treated like this? Or the brother online, where was Jesus during slavery? What are we reading here? God said, I'm going to cause you because you exchanged the biblical codes for Gentile codes. Because you didn't take responsibility for your household. I'm going to go ahead and do what? I'm going to cause everybody to forget about you. Yes, sir.
Broke his covenant, his promise.
There you go. Read on.
With the chastisement of a cruel one.
A chastisement of a what?
Of a cruel.
Of a cruel one. It'll be a cruel chastisement. It's not going to be it's a mind check. Being hung right here. Being hung up. In front of people. And you know what happened to his loins? The loins were cut off, were they not? They got pickles. They got pickle jars with our grandfathers and our grand-grandfathers' loins in jars.
Son.
That's crazy.
Yep.
This is the picnic,
Very.
right?
And they used to be like that.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right? The chastisement of what?
Come.
Yeah, read, sir.
The chastisement of a cruel.
Of a cruel one, bro. Cruel chastisement. Read on.
For the multitude of thine iniquity.
Why? For the multitude of what?
Of thine iniquity.
So, when Most High said he's going to make a chain, when he says it's a fearful thing to fall into his hands, when he says he kills, he wounds, when he says, I see you trust your own beauty, I see you're cocky and arrogant, I see how you treat your brother, I see how you still treat your brother, I see you don't take responsibility and accountability for the management of your home, I see how you're focused strictly on material possession and gain. You think he don't forget this? You think the God of the Bible forgets? And then he sends prophets, and he sends counselors, and he sends warnings, and we still don't listen? Answer is no. He doesn't forget. The God of the Bible does not forget. White Jesus forgets. Black Jesus does not forget. The Most High does not forget. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob does not forget. Is that clear? Next scripture. Ezekiel 16, verse 20 to 21. Ezekiel 16, verse 20 to 21.
You didn't want to finish
I don't want to finish it, sir.
Okay.
You already in Ezekiel 16, right?
Well, he was supposed to read 15. It was all.
Let's go. I want to stick to my point. Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 20 to 21.
Ezekiel 16 and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, thou hast taken thy son and thy daughter.
Once again, it goes back to family structure, right? We're dealing with the nuclear family. What's being attacked right now? The nuclear family, right? Now, Esau has a constructed, methodical, political approach to deconstructing the nuclear family through different branches of organizations and through propaganda, right? But before that, we were still violating, bro. What were we doing? Let's read.
God. Ezekiel 16 and verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters.
Thou hast taken thy sons, and what else?
And thy daughters.
And thy daughters. Read on.
Whom thou hast born unto me.
When you have children, shouldn't you dedicate your children to the one that creates life?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have babies with Hebrew names, right? Read on.
And these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured.
So the same God that we were a whore for, we exchanged our culture, our belief system, our morals, our integrity. We sold our nation out for these idols and these gods. And what else did we do to add insult to injury? What did we do to add insult to injury? Read that point, that line one more time.
Come, whom thou hast born unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured.
We sacrificed our own children. And it happens to this day. How many Planned Parenthood clinics are in our neighborhoods? How many women abort their children? How many brothers? Hey, $300? Hey, I got $300. I try to be no daddy. How many of us pay money to abort our children?
Yeah, that's great. Goodness.
Our women are insane with this. But you don't think the men are down with that too?
Right.
They're trying to get off the hook.
Listen, I don't want to. I'm not ready to be a dad. I got enough bills.
It's that simple.
It's simple as that. Listen, if you need $300, then I got you.
And now I got a pill.
Only Plan B all day. Plan B all day was the same thing. It's killing the embryo after the baby's already made. Read on.
Come, is this of thy whoredoms a small matter?
Is this a small mess? Something that you're going to look over? Hey, son, I know you're aborting babies and killing your brother over Jordans. And I know we sleep with the same woman and
Stealing, lying,
and killing and
don't want to listen, eating pork.
and, smoking cigarettes and doing drugs and, you know what, and not taking accountability and not being an example in your household. And I know you worship Allah now.
Yeah.
You forgot me for Baal and Molech. But I'm gonna sit here and have mercy. But I'll let you just keep doing this. And now
I still love you.
And now you're killing your kids.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's my boy.
Atta boy.
That's the child
Yeah.
I brought out of Egypt. You think the Most High is gonna let that ride, bro?
No.
You think that's a light thing? He said, "Is it a small thing?" Read that point again.
Come, is this of thy whoredoms a small matter?
You exchange your culture for other gods. To the point where you exchange your children for other gods. I want you to grow up, son, and join the military. I want you to grow up, son. I want you to go to corporate America. I want you to grow up, son, and just be about the dollar and this dollar. I want you to grow up, son. I want you to smoke like I smoke. I want you to grow up, son. I want you to live how I live. And I don't live like the Most High. I don't live for the Most High. You're selling your child to an idol. However you're operating, you're telling your child to operate the same way. You're teaching that lesson. By how you operate, how you conduct yourself, your conduct is the lesson. So, my dad taught me, smoke, fried chicken, Well, I mean, I love chicken, but you gotta take care. You gotta have moderation, right?
Need some vegetables.
Eat pork chops. Do your thing. Do what you want to do. As long as you have money, you're all right. As long as you have a little paper. My dad wasn't broke. My dad was straight. As long as you have some money, you can do whatever you want to do. Listen, bro. How long you think it's going to keep happening? America, how long the debt going to keep going up? How long is the debt ceiling going to go up? For those that trust in money. Those that just love America. How long is that debt ceiling going to keep going up?
Okay.
That's a countdown. I hope you know that. The debt ceiling game is a countdown.
You know, you can only use the debt ceiling card, which is printing more money, when countries are still using your dollar.
Brother.
But the problem is, they're not using your dollar anymore.
Brother, how long are you going to play this game, bro? How long are you going to not be accountable? How long are you going to sit here and blow money and waste money and not use wisdom? Yes, sir.
Or use Bitcoin or the stock market.
Yeah, I mean, listen, these are all ways to make money, but people put their trust in them. That's the problem. It becomes a God.
Yeah.
Whatever you put over the Most High is a God. Whatever you put over the Bible is a God. If it's an opinion, if it's over the Bible and it's not based on Scripture, it's a God. Right? Read on.
God, that thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire for them.
But the Most High said those are His children, bro. When you get kids, they belong to the Most High. Those are His children. We didn't create the environment necessary for them to succeed. How do they succeed when you got ball in the house? How do they succeed when they got coke in the house? How do they succeed when you got Molech in the house? How do they succeed when mom and daddy smoke trees or make cakes to the Queen of Heaven? The Queen of Heaven is dealing with Kali Ma and marijuana.
Oh.
All right? Listen, bro, if this is the environment of the household, people get mad, how come my child didn't succeed? What environment did you create for your child to succeed? And now, what are we doing? Those same children are being put to the fire. Either you put your child to the fire by not giving instructions or not being an example on a spiritual level, or you literally put your children to the fire. You know how many pits of bones there are in the Holy Land, bro? You know how many there's pits all in these valleys. There's just little baby bodies in the valleys. It's not a coincidence. It's not a mystery what it is.
No.
Read on.
God. And in all thine abominations and thy whoredoms, thou hast not remembered the days of thy youth.
And you didn't remember where you came from. You forgot that I sent you out of Egypt with the full stretched arm. I sent locusts. I sent plagues of darkness. I sent frogs. I killed the firstborn. I split the Red Sea. I gave you Moses. You want to kill him. I gave you 613 commandments. And you didn't want to hear them. I gave you a land of milk and honey. And you defile it with idols. And you kill babies. And you kill your brother. And you abuse your women. And then you sell out your culture to be a Greek. You think that's on slide, bro? You think that's not a crime? These are crimes against God, bro. That we committed as a nation. As a nation, we committed crimes against God. And Most High said, put it in a book and write it with a diamond. This is a rebellious house. Lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. That may be known forever, bro. Read on.
God. When thou was naked and bare and was polluted in thy blood.
You didn't have nothing, bro. You ain't had nothing. Men nowadays, even in the truth, they come from nothing. Let them get a little something, they forget the Most High. Let them get a upscale car. Forget the Most High. Let them get a little rank. Forget the Most High. Let them get a rib that comes through with some paper. Forget the Most High. Let them not suffer like they used to suffer. They forget about the Most High. Let the camp be smooth for a couple years. No more
Instability.
No more instability in the camp. And men just forget the Most High. Let men's stomach get too full. We forget the Most High. This is us. As a nation. The Most High didn't forget that. Real?
Come. And it came to pass after all thy wickedness. Woe, woe unto thee, saith the Lord our God.
Woe, the word woe means destruction. He said, because you violate like this, woe, woe unto thee. How many times did he say woe?
What?
That means it's for emphasis.
Right.
Destruction unto thee is what he's saying.
That's what woe means.
The word woe means destruction. This isn't Christianity, bro.
No.
This isn't the Baptist church, bro.
Right.
This isn't pie in the sky and prosperity preaching, bro. This isn't come as you are, bro. This is consequences and repercussions if you don't change. Shashawan just dropped a fire class last Wednesday on repentance. War just dropped a class about the law of the Spirit. If we ain't trying to be in the Spirit, Christ died 2,000 years ago, right?
No.
Are we in the Spirit? No.
Not as a whole.
It's been 2,000 years and we're still not in the Spirit. We got Moses' commandments. Do we follow them? Do we?
No.
Common sense. Oh, I got common sense. Do we really apply common sense?
No.
No, we don't apply common sense. We only do the basics. The Africans, the Chinese, and the Arabs, they do at least the basics. Their households have basic structure. We don't even provide that. At least they'll pray to Allah. Man, I was on Facebook, bro, and I be going to this grocery store sometimes, bro, just to see what they got. I go to the air grocery store sometimes. I gotta see what they got going on, bro. What's out here, bro?
They
know what I'm saying?
got special seasons over
I be having like a little. I be wanting to eat all the time, bro. I be hungry, bro.
Yeah.
I be hungry for no reason, bro. I just be like hungry, bro. Like, man, what is halal? What's halal? Is that some better beef?
Nah, halal's bad.
I don't know what it is. I'm just.
You don't want halal. Halal's like pork.
Listen, bro. I don't know. Halal. From what I know,
halal means
it's killed. It's killed. The animals killed. They pray over the animal before they kill it. It's a cleaner way of killing, dying. Like kosher for the white Jews.
Yeah.
For Amalek, they have this kosher.
I must be mispronouncing. Not
that's haram. You're saying haram.
Okay, that's what I meant.
Halal means this animal's killed.
I don't speak Arabic.
Yeah, it's killed properly. It means it's killed properly.
Okay.
Right? It's not like they just
haram.
The animal's suffering all day. The animal's been suffering, and you're killing this animal who suffered.
Like in America.
Yeah, it's. I mean, years ago we went to.
This is wagyu, right?
We went to an Ishmaelite. We went to an Ishmaelite farm, and before they killed the animal, the sheep, they prayed over it.
Was that the one?
No,
Is that the one we went to?
This is years ago. This is like years ago. They prayed over the sheep. The actual owner of the sheep prayed over the sheep, and they slit the sheep's throat, and the sheep died peacefully.
Wow.
That's halal.
I mean, it's more humane. It's a humane way of killing them.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be a cleaner meat, right? But I was just curious, bro. I want to see what's going on, bro. I'm curious.
It's less veins in their eyes.
I walk in there, bro, and it's just You walk in there, bro. I'm like, okay.
Did it smell funny?
No, it smelled good. It smelled good.
Seasonings.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me go to another halal grocery store. I left there. I went to another one. I go in there. Hey, I'm like, you know what? Every one of these stores,
They're keeping their culture out.
they were all praying to their God, bro.
Keeping you out.
They're all taking care. They weren't keeping me out. Listen, they were acknowledging their God. But we don't even study.
Yeah, man.
And we're Israelites. We don't study for 30 minutes a day. And we know our nationality. And we know the prophecies. Every day these guys are praying to their God, wearing the holy garments, working together.
They got their rugs,
Right?
their prayer rugs.
They got their rugs, they're doing their things. Right?
Their dedication.
Was it every 3
You
hours?
go to a Chinese establishment and it's the little kitty cat doing this, throwing the good luck with little money trees.
It's the booty with the belly out.
Boo's always there chilling like this with his
Big
stomach
booty
out.
smiling at.
Go and get some Asian food. Boo's always right there. He's right there. Our people roll godless.
Or steal it.
Our people roll like atheists. Huh? Our people only pray to God when they're in jail.
Hey, stop it.
We only pray to God when we're in jail.
Life falls apart.
Oh, we only come to God when we want something.
That's true.
Oh, we get divorced.
You got a point.
You know, R. Kelly, when he had a song and his woman left him in the song, he said, "I went to church today." That was like his way of getting back in the house.
Yeah.
Cause listen, that's what we do. In that time period, woman's fed up, baby, we going to church. Oh, you trying to get back in? Huh?
Yeah.
You trying to get back in? I went to church this morning. I prayed to God. Oh, he changed. He's
The
changing.
holy man now.
Israel's known for playing the holy card. We play the holy card to keep our ribs.
That's real.
Right.
That's real.
That's what we do, right?
Yeah. It's true.
As a nation. Read on.
Who's reading?
It says, "Thou hast built thou hast also built unto thee an eminent place."
And we make special places. Not for the Most High. When we build something, it's for our God. We go to work for our God. It's not really for the God of the Bible. It's not really for spiritual principles and virtues. When we go to work, we build for what we want. We build for our alternative power source. Our plan B. Read on.
"And has made thee an high place in every street."
In every street. What do you see in every street? A trap house. That's our God. Trap God.
As a person.
That's a fact. In our neighborhoods, when we build something, we build a trap house. Or we build, or we're in the 70s, there was pimping. Right? And now it's sodomite houses. That's just the era we're in. That's what we build. We're not building for the Most High. We're building for our idols. Read on.
"Come, thou hast built thy high place at every head of the way,
Uh-huh.
and has made thy beauty to be abhorred."
And now, our beauty is hated. We cause the Most High look bad, huh? The Most High is our beauty. We say him for nothing, for American flags, for red rags, blue rags, for Kappa, Beta, Delta, whatever that is, for a PhD. You ain't got to have a husband no more. You got to have a piece of paper. Right? Read on.
"And has opened thy feet to every one that passed
And
by."
we opened our feet. The most sacred, intimate part of your body has been exposed and open to strangers. How is that not our people? From our women, now to our men. That's where we're at now.
That's right.
How low can you go?
Oh, come on, man.
How bad is it gonna get? Read on.
"And multiply thy whoredoms."
And multiply that what?
Whoredoms.
Now we're like 2-3 religions in one now. Like now, Buzz, like you gotta believe a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's all those different gods are just really one God. So, you know, you just do whatever you want to do. Or now women are becoming witches. Women literally on a popular scale are becoming witches.
Yeah.
Literally. I want to do that Erykah Badu concert, but I want to hit the Erykah Badu concert. I was ready to go, man. I'm gonna go see Erykah Badu. And then I'm like, I actually forgot to go. Right? I just forgot. I look up, I'm online, like, oh, the concert. Damn, I missed the concert. I look up, she's in black head to toe, bro. With a straight bucket. She has a straight witch bucket on.
She concealed it really well.
She rocked a witch bucket and wore a witch robe.
The society has allowed so much of that to just be popularized that it's like a coming out period now.
Listen, bro. For all of that, let the kids watch Disney.
Crazy.
All the Disney shows are about witchcraft.
Yeah.
So those little girls who grew up watching all those witchcraft shows, those little vampire shows and witchcraft shows, and every show was witchcraft. Now they walk around, look at their jewelry, all St. on their jewelry. We move houses. The house has got witch stuff all in it. Yeah, like we get in the house like this. This is all witchcraft stuff. You look at the books, witchcraft books. Don't eat the spaghetti. Don't you eat that spaghetti, yes sir.
Ouija board on the dinner table.
Ouija board on the dinner table, just eating demons out. Eating demons out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
It was crazy because I said, "Is that a Ouija board?" And she was like, "Yeah, you know, we're Black Greeks." I said,
Oh, son of a gun.
We're Black Greeks now.
That was the response.
Listen, you think the Most High God's not gonna get revenge for this? Huh? You think that's not a spit in the Most High's face?
It sure is.
You're spitting in the face of the God that is known for killing, known for wounding, is the living power, and makes a change. You spit in his face, and everything he gave you, you sell everything you got to foreign nations and expose the most intimate part of your body or your soul to another deity? And you're in covenant with other belief systems? You think God's going to forget? He's not going to forget, bro. You think we shouldn't go? You think we don't deserve slavery, bro? You think we don't deserve death? You think we don't deserve poverty? You think we don't deserve to have broken families? If you ain't going to take care of your family, why I have a family? Why should you have a family if you're going to take care of it? That's facts.
Yeah.
Why are we victims, bro? Why are we acting like this ain't on us? Even now with the scriptures, we still act the same way. We got the scriptures and we still roll in the spirit the same way. In the spirit, we give the Most High less if we come up. It's almost like the Most High is scared to bless you. If I bless him, man, I ain't going to send the class no more. Listen, I remember famously, whenever brothers get insurance, whenever brothers get insurance checks,
Income tax.
that's how you know brother's gone.
Insurance company.
Oh, he's gone. His brother's done. But 2 months. Dead man walking. Then they sit in the same place in the classroom. They always sit in the corner. They sit in the dead man's corner. Teacher's like, he's in the corner of death, huh? The corner of death. And it happens like clockwork. Brother be scared to have car accidents because you don't lose his salvation. Huh? No! They gave me 10,000. Oh! That's how much your soul's worth, huh? $10,000, huh? Your soul's worth a used a used neon? What are those garbage? Like it's like a garbage, real bad. What's a real bad one? A Daewoo? You're
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
You go. They make those anymore.
I don't know, bro.
Talking about those old school.
PT Cruiser. Thank you.
Those old school Volkswagens.
Yeah, a slug bug, huh? Your soul's worth a PT Cruiser, bro.
It's a grand ambulance.
Your service to the Most High God
Yeah.
is worth an income tax check, God.
But there's people that really look at it like that. Oh, I get it.
That's us.
Yeah.
We serve the Most High so that we don't suffer that much until something better comes. And then we complain. We complain why our Ayashas do the same thing. We wait for the next thing coming, and then they wait for the next thing coming. And we be mad. I can't believe she's rolling like this. I can't believe she's not in order with me. Most High's like, I can't believe you're not in order with me. Brother, this is the Bible. We're being whores. The best of what you had to offer is going to everything else but the Most High. It ain't going to the Most High. What we had to offer is going to everything else. Friends and family, Catholic Church, Baptist Church, the job, money schemes, hustles, or just working out just for vanity's sake. Are we in our own world just in the clouds, bro? Where's the best of our energy going? Is it going to the Most High? We be like, I can't wait for the Most High to be done. Oh, yabba dabba do. I'm out of here.
It's going to the
We were like Fred Flintstone, bro, with the Most High.
Yeah.
We be like 9 to 5 Israelites.
Yeah.
We're Jews from 8:30, 6:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Or 4:30 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Or we're Jews till class is over, till the teacher shut up. Or we're Jews until our off day. That's us, bro. That's why Psalms 1 dropped the repentance class. And for the people that are new to Israelites and new to the Bible, this is why the nation had to go to slavery, bro.
Okay.
Killing people for shoes, sleeping with the same woman, not feeding your kids, not being an example, dropping money on abortion, and switching God like you switch clothes. It's not acceptable, bro. There is a consequence for this over time, bro. Keep reading.
Come. Ezekiel 16 and verse 26.
Yeah.
And thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians.
What does that mean, Lasha? What does that mean?
Sure, I'm gonna say this: the fornication of the Egyptians is you trust in the power that you're under. You trust in the government. You trust in society. You trust society, the government, the church pastor to lead you. You lead your decisions, lead your mind. You trust social media. You trust the teachers in school to lead your mind, direct your thoughts. But that's not the Bible. The Egyptians, this represents who we are under. What power you you give yourself to. What power you obey. If you're not obeying the scriptures, you're not obeying what the Most High's mind is, then you're serving Egypt. You're serving the spirit of bondage again. Because all that's doing is keeping you in a lower state. It's keeping you in the spirit of bondage. It's keeping you from seeking and growing in Christ. It's keeping you from flourishing in Christ. Because we choose a contrary method, a contrary understanding.
We do. We're building pyramids, and brothers are literally trying to be Egyptian, literally.
And
you can't even tell nobody nothing. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, bro. I'm not dissing Atlanta today. I got love for Atlanta, right? I got love for Atlanta, bro. I had a good time.
You got a lot of stories from Atlanta.
I got a lot of stories from Atlanta. I learned a lot in Atlanta. Listen, it was so many brothers out. Listen, this is a sister story. I'm like, you know what the Israelites, right? Because I know about that Israelite thing. Is ISIS Ra? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's what they told you.
She said Israelite. Israel is ISIS Ra.
Oh no.
We Egyptian. I said, oh man, bro.
That's bad.
And I said, and I ain't lying. The first time I didn't have a comeback for that, bro, because I was blown away, bro.
Wow.
I said that's not what that means. Israel means a prince of power. That's what I told the sister. But I didn't have I couldn't body slam that spirit. but the brother told me the same thing. Brother, Israel, which one Israel? Is ISIS right? I said, bro, listen, it's Yasha Allah. That's English, huh? You speak a slave tongue, bro? You want to speak your slave master's language, huh? I had to flip it on. Because brother will sit here and debate with you on all kind of wisdom in Georgia. It's like 10,000 religions amongst black folks over there.
Right.
But the point is what?
Doctrines.
It's a lot of doctrines. It's a lot of doctrines out there, bro. It was good to experience and know and learn how people will look at things. But what I'm trying to show is we still function in idolatry. Even in the truth, we function in idolatry. We function in idolatry, and we don't take responsibility. And then we're looking for breaks. And we want to serve other gods for personal benefit. And we're not happy serving the Most High. We're only happy serving ourselves. And then we complain all day. And then we're happier on the white man's job. Listen, bro. Why wouldn't we go to slavery? You tell me, is that a case to go to slavery? Is that a case? If you put a case to not go to slavery, is that how you convince God not to put you in slavery?
No.
I thought loving your brother and taking care of your brother, being the good Samaritan, right? Even the Samaritans were looking out for brothers. That whole parable about the good Samaritan was against us.
Right.
A Samaritan's a nation. The nation, a priest walked by a brother that was all broken down and didn't look at him. But a nation saw a brother broken down and had the humanity to take care of him. That's the power of that Samaritan parable. That's the understanding. A nation will take care of your people better than you. Why would we not be put in slavery for that? People say, where was God when we were in slavery? Where were we when we weren't in slavery?
Right.
What was our respect before slavery? What was our piety before slavery? What was our obedience before slavery? We only obey when we're about to lose everything. Read on.
John, great of flesh, and has increased thy whoredoms to provoke me to anger.
You got to read that from the top again.
God,
Break it down.
Ezekiel 16 and verse 26. Thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians.
It says, we commit fornication with the Egyptians. Now, yes, Egypt represents bondage, represents the people, or rather the governmental figures in which we rely on, that we get our support from, but it also represents this. Keep reading.
God, thou hast also committed fornication with the Egyptians, thy neighbors.
The Egyptians represent our neighbors, who we see every day. The nations in which we envy. The freedoms in which we envy. The prosperity in which we envy. The social media. The celebrities in which we envy. You see, the Egyptian only represents the person you want to be when you're not being an Israelite. Because when I'm not serving the Most High and I got downtime, where do my thoughts go? Man, I wish I had that car. I wish I had that souped up, charged up Charger, that Challenger, that Model 3 Tesla, that Lamborghini, that Range Rover. I wish I had what they had. I wish my pockets was long, like Lil Wayne said.
Yeah.
I wish I had all the girls in the world, like Lil Wayne said.
Yeah. I would like every girl in the world.
I wish I could be who my neighbor is.
I want to be somebody else.
But
places.
Exactly.
Come.
But those are our secret thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the Egyptian is not just the person that you rely on; it's the person that you want to be. Keep reading.
Great of flesh, and has increased thy whoredoms.
Because me aspiring to be them is also increasing my whoredoms, which is what? My fornication. So let me start patterning my language, my talk, my speech pattern after the person I want to be.
And with what you're saying, when it says greater flesh, we're more and more sensual.
Yeah.
Men are more and more sensitive.
Exactly.
By generation, bro.
Okay.
I thought my generation was weak. I'm like, man, the generation I came from, bro, our father, like, at least it was like trying to do some civil rights stuff. I'm like, man, I need to fight I need to fight for that.
My generation is a bunch of all the men that get famous sing a bunch of sad songs. There was a period in time where if you were singing a sad song, you're gonna make it on the radio. I can't make this up. The XX Tentaciones, the Lucid Dreams by who's that fat
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
That's my generation.
Yeah, that's a real deal.
It's a real low frequency, but you know what? Everybody's not getting it. The men are not getting their nails painted black.
Yeah.
Everywhere is getting piercing, nose piercings, got ear piercings on, but
Head piercing.
Head piercing, tongue piercings. Lil Uzi. First up, I can go into Lil Uzi, but Lil Uzi getting diamonds in his head now.
Implants.
Now he's he she her.
Oh yeah, he's got an alter ego.
He got alter ego. It's she her now, wearing dresses and like I said, I don't want to get too.
But the point, what's being ushered in? Why are they able to usher it in? Because we don't reject it. Why? Because we accept it. We tolerate it. Why? Because we're just waiting for it to be okay.
Exactly.
Once it's okay, we want to emulate it.
Okay.
Remember, every generation is getting more and more sensual, more and more sensitive. What does that also mean? We're losing the ability to think rational.
Yep.
So every generation gets more irrational.
Yep.
When they say great of flesh is sensitivities and feelings and sensations.
It's carnality.
It's carnality.
Yeah.
The generation by generation, 85 crack epidemic, that was crazy. But we're on a fentanyl epidemic. If you look from 10 years from now, it's the fentanyl epidemic. It's the opioid epidemic.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in Skittle bags now. Kids just die at parties. Yes, sir.
I have an excellent definition of what you're saying.
Pull it.
Bring it up.
Pull it, sir.
This is the definition of degenerate
Okay.
in the 1828, and it matches exactly what you're saying. Degenerate, degenerate, to become worse, to decay in good qualities, to pass from a good to a bad or worse state, to lose or suffer a diminution of value qualities, either in the natural or moral world. In the natural world, plants and animals degenerate when they grow to a less size than usual.
So
that's
the stature.
That's not even the end of the verb. And then they have the adjective. They have one too.
You got it.
No,
I pretty much got it right.
Yeah, what you're saying is what the Most High was saying in Ezra. I'm not gonna go there, but it was talking about how our vessels through time decline, and just like this example with the Egyptians and envying your neighbor, the worse my example is, the worse the next generation is going to be. Because guess who the Juice WRLDs of the world were envying? The princes.
Yep.
Guess who these soft figures? Where do they get this soft mentality from?
Michael Jackson's.
Exactly.
They barred.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah. They're getting it from somebody. So yes, we can talk about how the generation, my generation is horrible, and the one after is gonna be worse, and it's gonna get worse. But they're getting it from their fathers, because their fathers, their fathers' gods was these soft, effeminate spirits.
But you don't
What's it gonna be?
That Egypt is facilitating all of this?
Yes.
In
Yes.
bulk, in
Yes.
bulk.
Of course. Because you like it. I'm gonna sell you pork because you like it.
Well,
I'm gonna sell you crack because you like it.
this is the same thing I was saying in Shawan's class about sin. They got it down to a science.
No. I'm gonna say this. They got making money off your sin to a science.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. Listen.
Think about it.
Listen. No, you gotta think about it too. Think about it. Think about this. If I know you like weed, why not legalize it? If I know you want to go to jail, why not make money off of it?
Yeah.
If I know you want to kill your children anyway because you don't want to be responsible, why not sell the baby's body parts to different pharmaceutical industries for experimentation?
Yeah.
In between them lines, what you talking? Back in the 80s, back in our time, there is no way we would say, hey man, you want to wear this dress? We would never wear a dress.
That's an easy.
But
Bro.
you put it on TV long enough.
Yeah.
You put it through the radio, through the media, and then we got this internet. And we put it on, drive it all through there. Drive it into the superstars, make all these superstars wear dresses and this and that. Man, I never thought I would have seen this in a million years. I've seen about 3 brothers packing purses.
Cash question? Cash question? Did you watch those same TV shows?
That of what now?
Did you watch all those? Did you watch TV?
Oh yes, I
Did-
did.
did-
too. I
did-
did
did-
too,
did-
but I'm a,
But you didn't dress up like that, did
I'm
you?
more of a mature mind.
Oh,
but you could take a child and do this.
You came with a child.
Yeah.
But where's the father?
Thank you.
Where's the dad?
Thank you.
Oh, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, he's selfish.
You ain't there.
Oh, he's in his head somewhere. Oh, he's smoking. Oh, he's just bouncing around. Oh, he's with his God.
That's what makes it easier.
So the point is, I'm not attacking you, bro. I get excited sometimes, bro.
I know. We're talking.
So, I do that sometimes.
Just blow up.
I get excited now. Listen, the whole point is,
Right.
because we're neglecting our children,
And
these other spirits are able to influence them.
that I agree.
But we did that to ourselves because we didn't worship the God of the Bible.
Amen.
If we were in order, there wouldn't be opportunity for them to influence our children the way they do now.
Okay.
And you also understand that this spirit is not a new one. You know, pushing the cross-dressing scenario is not new.
Yeah.
This is how people venerated and honored their gods back in the day. But why did it blow up out of nowhere? Because society took the church out of schools. Society took focusing on the Most High. Even though they're Edomites, even though they're nations, they took the concept of reading the Bible out of where your children learn. So now they're learning anything they want to learn. And then now in the age of information, when everything's on the internet,
And pushing other agendas through.
it's easier to push it.
But in Israel, what do dads do in Israel? Do dads in Israel say, it's cool? Let's say, son, don't believe that crap. That's bullshit.
God.
For the guys that grew up in Israel, for the kids that are grown men now in Israel.
Look, bro.
I'm pretty sure your dads taught you, son, this is the nations. Son, their God's not the Bible. This is how the Greeks roll. This is how the Greeks are.
This is an abomination. You're not gonna make it if you roll like this.
This is
That's the answer.
Don't do drugs. Don't wear dresses. Take responsibility for your woman.
Yep.
Don't put a seat in her unless she's really about that life.
Yep.
Right? I mean, if you're a brother, if you're an uncle, shouldn't you do that as if you're an uncle? He's an uncle. At least put him on game if you're an uncle.
Time.
Right? It's because we're not doing our job that our households are exposed. But the problem is this. The whole nation, because the man's the last line of defense, bro.
Amen.
The man's the last line of defense. And we're worshiping other gods. So while you're in the process of, like moms, when moms want to be at the club, what happens to the kids when mom's at the club?
The house.
They're experimenting.
Just watching TV.
Yeah.
Doing what they want.
Yeah.
They're experimenting. When mom's at the club, because we see with Ayashas, when mom's at the club, the children are being exposed to that Chow 99, all the funny pictures and stuff. Y'all remember that? All they're on their phones, going crazy.
Because they're not restrained from nothing.
Or with their wild ass cousins that they put them with while they go to the club, and now they're being sexualized.
There's a whole lot of stuff going on.
And there's a societal diminishing, and there's a familial diminishing, because the men aren't standing up for Christ. The men aren't standing up for the Most High. The men aren't providing stability on a mental level. The men aren't moderate, logical, pious. Simple. It's not complicated. Moderation. I'm in control of my impulses. Right? I'm logical. I'm making decisions that are not based on emotion. Because when men are dealing with emotion, anger rests in the bosom of a fool. The word anger is an emotion. So emotion rests in the bosom of a what? Fool. A fool is what? Emotional. So when a man's not moderate, when a man's emotional, and when a man's not pious. Pious means to give respect and honor to. When we're not giving honor and respect to our God, we're giving honor and respect to a God, just not our God. When we're emotional, cool, you're emotional, but now you're making bad decisions that affect your house through your emotion. Imagination too. And when we're not moderate, we don't practice discipline, then we crash our houses. We gotta keep trying to prove salakyas. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be different. Give me more time. This is the song we sing, and we're the men of our nation. What I'm trying to say is, the Most High is judging us because we don't take accountability for our families. He's judging us. We don't take accountability for ourselves. He's judging us because it's never us. We change our God. We bounce gods. We bounce beliefs. And we dodge responsibility. So how would you not go into slavery if the nations are taking care of their kids, raising their families, building their women, building their businesses, and working together? They're out competing us. We're being out competed. I might have said it wrong.
I know what you mean.
But we're out competed. The nation's out competed. We moved the Jewish guy the other day.
Mm-hmm.
The little boy tried to check me, went like he's a little boss. I had to play the game. His father's a boss.
And
So he's rolling like his father.
that's right.
Our children and the fathers are at war in the same house.
Right.
The father says, my dad plays guitar, we play guitar together. Our dads and our kids don't do anything together. And you expect not to go into slavery if you're competing for resources?
Yeah.
That's all we do is smoke together, chase hoes together. Listen, think about it. If there's a finite amount of resources and everybody's fighting for superiority to feed their families, and you're chasing childish dreams, you're dunking the basketball, you're macking the 50th woman that you can mac, you try to get dripped up and pull something new, you're not building your nation. And because you're not building your nation, you might as well go into slavery. Because slavery is about one nation benefiting another. When you're in Egypt, you build pyramids. Who does that benefit? The Hebrews or the Egyptians? When you go to work and you don't build your society, your nation, and your family, who benefits? The nation benefits. We diminished into slavery because of idolatry, irresponsibility, impiety, carnality, disrespect, and we never kept our word to our God. We never changed when we said we change. We never did it. We kept not changing. So over time, you go into debt. You don't pay your bill, you go into debt, right? As a nation, you don't fix your problems, what happens as a nation? As a person with your health, if you don't get your health right, you die.
Yeah.
Or you get sick unto death. Yes, sir.
Now this we know, and all the things you're saying, I agree with. It's more than I agree with. It's evident.
Yeah.
However, the white man knows this as well. He knows what a daddy does, his children are going to do. Now, we're so far into slavery, and we've been in slavery for so long, it's almost like a broken system.
Oh, yeah.
Because the kids are just following after daddy. It was that saying that you remember, kids raising kids. You'll never come out of that. You'll never come out of that as long as kids are raising kids. I wonder if God knows about this. Is it part of the amount of time of slavery?
I'm going to say this. If we finish this class, which we're not going to finish this class, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm not being funny. We have the answer. The answers in the class. Trust me, there's hope. There's hope.
Okay.
There's hope, sir.
So damn late.
There's hope. There's hope. Listen, bro. This class has 5 parts. There's 5 parts to this class. And there is hope. What I'm saying is, there's a reason why we went to slavery. There's a reason for it. All I'm saying, we have a justifiable reason to go into slavery.
Right.
The Most High was fair. I'm answering the brother's question that posted online about God wasn't fair for putting us in slavery. And I'm just making a case showing how was he unfair? Did we deserved it? Go ahead.
Just want to get a verse real quick.
Yeah.
Job 4:7.
Okay. As far as where we are.
And
I agree.
and there is a happy ending to this class. I did not. Was this not going to be? It's the end of the world for black people and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans. That's not the angle. But we have to focus on where we at now. We have to be honest about where we're at.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's true.
So this first part of class is called "Our Crimes Against God and Consequence." That's the part. That's this portion of the class. All right. Go ahead. Break down. You got to break down.
Yeah, read that.
Yeah.
Job 4, verse 7.
You know, because our people a lot of times will say, well, you know, why does bad things happen to good people?
Uh-huh.
You know, they can't understand or comprehend if their life or the people they've seen, they go to church. They believe in God too. Well, okay. Again, is the Most High unfair? Is he unfair that we have systematic oppression? Is the Most High unfair that we were put in slavery for 400 years? Is the Most High unfair that he took us out of our land 2,000 years ago and we haven't been kings and queens since in our own land? Is he unfair when our people are dying of heart attack? Our people are incarcerated at the highest rate? Our people are on the lowest socioeconomic standard in America? Look at South America. Is he unfair how we're living in South America? How we're a third world country? How we can't even have our basic necessities? How we plant vineyards and can't get the vineyards? How we plant the crops that the white man, the Edomite, gets to live and grow and prosper off of? Is that unfair? This is what the Bible says. Job 4:7. Read that.
Come, Job 4, verse 7. Remember, I pray thee.
This is a true saying. You have to remember this. Keep this in your members, in your mind. Read.
Whoever perished, being innocent.
I need more energy. Read it again.
It says, whoever perished, being innocent.
Whoever perished, being innocent. Did you fall on your face because you were a good guy? Did your life fall apart because you were doing the right thing in life? Has your family historically fallen apart because your parents or your family was on point? Is that what happened? Read it again.
It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished, being innocent.
Whoever perished, being innocent. Did our people fall and go into captivity because we were just good people? We wrong place, wrong time? Read on.
It says, or where were the righteous cut off?
Where were the righteous in history cut off? When did the Most High take their prosperity? When did the Most High take their promises from them? Read on.
Even as I have seen.
Even if I have seen, and we've all seen it. Read.
They that plow iniquity.
They that plow iniquity. Read.
And sow wickedness.
And sow wickedness, mean the wrong way of doing things. That's contrary to the Most High.
Come.
The sinners of the world, grave or small, whether it be your diet, whether it be your ceremonies, whether it be your moral laws, whatever you want to do that's contrary, it says, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, reap
the same.
So am I failing because I was a good person? Or am I failing life because I actually did a lot of dirt? Am I historically, as a people, on the bottom barrel because we just, hey, Con.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Hit the point too.
Read it again.
Verse 8 again?
Yeah.
Come. It says, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity.
That plow iniquity. Mm-hmm.
And sow wickedness reap the same.
So what does it show? My actions have consequences. Every decision I make that's contrary to the Most High's mind will show in my works, will show in my lifestyle. The result of my life is based off of how I live. The result of my life is based off of the works that I've sown. The good or bad works that I've sown. That's according to the Most High. The problem is we think we're clean in our own eyes. We don't judge our cleanliness, our righteousness off of the Most High. We think if I do a good deed here and there, all my bad deeds get erased. I don't have to answer for the negative I do on a consistent basis. Or what I'm known for doing on a consistent basis. But I sprinkle a little good in my life here. I throw a little charity out to whoever here and there. and expect everything to work out. It says, no. If you've been plowing iniquity and sowing wickedness, if this is your pattern, this is the life that you're going to be living. The Most High has a plan for you, and it's not going to be positive. When you read Ecclesiastes 29, it says there's a sinner that have good success. Read that real quick. I'm sorry, I don't want to take up the class, man. 29. Real quick. It says, even have I seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. Just because you didn't get stung immediately, just because the decision that you made didn't get stung immediately. Read on.
Where we at?
Ecclesiastes 29 and Apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus, the 20 and verse 9.
Okay, 20.
I thought
Yeah,
you
you
said
said
29.
My fault. I'll slow it down.
29. Yes, sir. What? 20.
Covered. Ecclesiastes chapter 20, verse 9 reads, there is a sinner that have good success in evil things.
That sounds contrary to what we just read. We just read is if you sow iniquity and plow iniquity and sow wickedness, you reap the same. But you know what the problem is? We see other people around us make mistakes. We envy that neighbor that makes mistakes. We envy that neighbor that has success in this world by being contrary. See, that's what we think we can do. I can be contrary. He's getting away with it. Why can't I get away with it?
Yeah.
You know why you can't get away with it? Because you weren't chosen to get away with it. You were chosen to walk the straight path, not the crooked, contrary path. You were chosen to walk the narrow gate, not the wide gate. So because you were chosen, because you were so special as a people, you're so special, you get slavery for messing up. You get chastised by the Lord for messing up. You don't get to get away with being contrary forever. You don't get to do dirt and make off decisions and expect positive results. Keep reading.
God, there is a sinner that have good success in evil things.
So yes, there is a sinner that has good success in evil. There is that person. You can find that person in the street all day. But what is their end? Read.
And there is a gain.
There is a gain, but how does it turn off?
That turneth to loss.
That gain eventually turns to loss. But you don't see that end.
So you get the freedom you want, but it's going to affect somebody.
Come.
You get the God you want, it's going to affect your house.
Come. Or your people.
You get to do what you want to do, when you want to do it. You don't got to follow and you got to listen. You got to submit to the Most High.
Come.
Go for it, huh?
Yeah.
There's a consequence for that.
There's a
Wait,
consequence.
keep going.
No, there's a consequence to your actions. Like I've seen, even as I've seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness, you reap the same. You don't get to get away with being off and making contrary decisions. Not rebelling against counsel, rebelling against the scriptures, falling after your own mind, being drunk in the mind. You don't get to operate like this and have nothing bad happen to you.
And just be selfish, and it's okay.
God.
Most High has consequences for the nation.
Yep.
And has consequences for the individual.
God.
The Most High is a judge.
God.
The Most High is king. Christ is king.
God.
There's judgment, laws and commandments, statutes and what?
And judgments.
Judgments. What's judgments? The consequence for breaking laws. Cause and what? Effect. Thou sow, that shall thou what? Reap. Brother, Most High has given us every opportunity. But we don't want to discipline up. We don't want to structure up. We don't want to humble down. We don't want to commit more. And we don't really want to obey.
Exactly.
We want the easy path, the path of least resistance. And we want to do what we want to do with no consequences. Yeah. We get mad because our women don't take accountability. But we have men that don't take accountability. So we haven't created a standard for them to follow.
Exactly.
As a group, there's a couple guys here and there they have their business.
Yeah.
But across the board, that ain't the standard. And when you leave the room open for weakness, the enemy, Satan, the physical extension of Satan on earth, is going to get to those cracks that you left open. You left the door open, they're going to come snatch your kids up. Yeah. You sleep on the job, they ain't finna eat. Wow. You don't counsel your rib, someone gonna counsel.
Someone's gonna counsel your rib.
Someone gonna counsel it with a 6-pack. It's gonna be a 6-pack counselor, or a roster counselor. Yeah. There's a lot of roster counselors out there.
I don't know what that is, but you really like me.
Roster counselor.
There's roster counselors out there, bro. There's people out there that give crap advice and look deep and look conscious. And they just smoke weed all day and tell people what they want to hear.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about as a nation, bro. Our nation be running. I want to be running
Right.
Jamaica as a
Right.
nation. They be running the Benjamin out. when you do their job, they run the Benjamin.
They're at the Benjamin out.
Listen, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, drop bills go.
Listen, you heard Eddie Murphy told you what it was. You know that. You watched that, right?
Murphy told you.
Eddie Murphy said what it was. St. John.
Say what?
I'm not gonna go into it. We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Eddie Murphy, St. John. I'm trying to say a reference you're familiar with. Never mind.
Yeah.
The whole point is we don't teach our women.
Right.
They'll get taught by somebody.
Right.
We don't teach our kids. They'll learn from somebody.
Right.
We don't create the curriculum. They'll find a curriculum somewhere. We don't provide. Someone or something will provide, or they'll provide for themselves by hook or by crook.
I was going to say, because when you look at the New Testament, this is why Satan is like a roaring lion and devour anybody who he can. You read in 2 Corinthians 4:4, his job is to blind those so they can't see Christ. Satan's job is to fill in that gap that you left open for him.
That's his job.
To expose the holes in this person.
That's 2 Corinthians
4:4.
Yeah.
No. We'll get to this point. So let's go to Jeremiah 22, verse 21, 22.
22, you said, Jeremiah?
Chapter 22, verse 21 and verse 22, sir. I know.
Yeah,
It's like it.
Jeremiah chapter 22,
Yeah.
verse 21.
Uh-huh.
I spake unto thee in thy prosperity.
Before all the slavery. Before slavery. Before chains. Before the death of the white man. Before the Greeks and Romans. Before the Babylonian Empire came in. Before the Assyrian Empire came in. Read.
But thou saidest, I will not hear.
Read that point again.
I spake unto thee in thy prosperity. But thou saidest, I will not hear.
You can't talk to us when you're stunting. When it's all good, when the money's good, when the wine's good, and the women's good, and the weather's good, can't tell us nothing.
I've seen brothers.
Why am I in slavery? Read that point again.
Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 21. I spake unto thee in thy prosperity. But thou saidest, I will not hear.
Brothers ain't trying to listen, bro. Read.
This hath been thy manner from thy youth.
You've been at this since you was a little 15-year-old boy. Grown men with the hard-headed nature of a preteen, bro. You still don't listen? I get a 13-year-old boy not listening, bro. I get that. I was like that too.
As a child, it's big as a child.
But when you're
As a child.
a grown man and you still don't follow wisdom, you argue with wisdom, you argue with order and law and structure, and it's about what you think, read the scripture again. I'm not making this up. I'm not a Bible twister. Read it again.
Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 21.
Uh-huh.
I spake unto thee in thy prosperity. But thou saidest, I will not hear.
No, nobody can tell you nothing because you haven't lost everything yet.
Exactly.
You haven't lost it all yet. You only listen when everything's done. When everything's up in smoke. Read on.
This hath been thy manner from thy youth.
You've been
Always like this.
like this since the beginning, bro. For buzzing the truth, you're the same guy. You're still the same guy you were in year 3, bro. You're still year 3? You're still in year 3?
Okay.
I get year 3, bro. You're still in year 3? Still. Read on.
That thou obeyest not my voice.
You still can't get a hint? Must I gotta sit here and just smash you all day? You're waiting to get smashed on? You can't get the hint? You can't see when things aren't working out no more? Things are falling apart? You can't see the little by little? By and by? Read.
It says, the wind shall eat up all thy pastors.
No problem, bro. I got something for you. All those advisors you listen to and look for, all those fake counselors you look for, all that fake advice you run to, I'm going to send destruction to them too. I'm going to start cursing them. Because you're going to fake counselors. When I say fake, let me be clear. We look for advice that's not of God. We look for people to give us counsel to take us out of our problems, out of our battles. So we don't got to make changes. Let me follow a counsel that's not about change. For a biblical example, King Solomon's son. The elders told him, hey, let the 9.5 tribes chill. What did he do? Went to his boys. He grew up from what? From youth. Yeah. He went back to his youth. And he talked to his boys. They said, man, don't be weak.
Flex on these boys.
Flex on these boys. Show me you the king. You the Don. Then he came out and talked to the whole 9.5 tribe and said, listen, my whole father's arm should be like my pinky. He said, my father chastised you with whips. I'm going to chastise you with scorpions. I'm going to be 2 to 3 times harder on you than my father was. Did he follow counsel? What happened? Nation split. Why? Because he wants the easy counsel. Read.
Verse 22. It says, the wind shall eat up all thy pastors.
Read on.
And thy lovers shall go into captivity.
And the lovers, all people that you go to.
Like the boys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Listen, the people you love. Mm-hmm. Wow. Your side piece, your rib, and your children. People you care about. Because you don't do your job, the people you care about go in slavery. You got to watch that. That is our history.
Yeah.
We failed. Read.
Surely then shalt thou be ashamed and confounded for all thy wickedness.
Now you're going to be ashamed. That's that little cocky, arrogant attitude, that pump. Thou trust in thy own beauty. I'm decked out. I'm dripping. I'm clean. The food's good. The wine's good. Life's good. I'm good. It's all good. That chill spirit, that calm spirit, you're going to be scared of something. You're finna be afraid of something. Oh, man. All right, Moses, when we was talking about slavery, Moses tripping, bro. Egypt was popping. That was the good days. When I was in the world, that was the good days.
Make Israel great again.
Yeah. Oh, man. Bible stuff, man. Listen, I like the information, bro, but I'm not trying to live like that. Y'all tripping. We was the same. The same guy saying that now was the same guy saying that then. The same guys, the spirit of the prophets is what?
Subject unto the prophets.
So, however you are now, you was the same way then. Right. If you're responsible now, you was responsible then. If you got idols now, you got idols then. If you lying now, you was lying then. If you wasn't given stability through a strong example and clarity and being non-reactive to give an air of strength and stability for your children and your family, and then educating them to instill ethics, principles, and morals and virtues that they can pass down to their children, then you did a disservice. And the disservice we did is where the white man and the government, they just get the leftovers. They're pretty much vultures, bro. The dead carcass, that's our nation. The nation's just eating the sinews. They're just eating the carcass. They're sucking what's left. But why are we in this dead state? Because we offended the living power. And we were irresponsible. So if we went into slavery, which we did go into slavery, why did we go into slavery? Because we were some innocent babes in the woods? We just loved Jesus? We just loved the Most High? We were speaking Hebrew all day? Or we were speaking Assyrian and Egyptian? Praying to Ra. Burning babies up. Being irresponsible. Killing our brother. Not keeping our word to our God. Giving all of our life force to other things. That's why we went to slavery. Now, Is that the end of the nation of Israel? Hell no. There's light at the end of the tunnel. But Shashawan's class went into repentance. You're going to suffer till you change. You're going to suffer till you feel bad about your actions. You're going to suffer till you blush. We're going to keep suffering until we look at ourselves. We're not vampires. There should be a reflection in the mirror. We were like vampires, bro. We look in the mirror and don't see ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a vampire, bro. All we do is suck the energy of people around us with our folly. Read on.
Verse 23. It says, O inhabitant of Lebanon, that makest thy nest in the cedars, how gracious shalt thou be when pangs come upon thee.
Listen, bro, everybody's going to benefit off of us. When we suffer, everybody's going to benefit. White men's going to get paid. They get paid off us being stupid. They get rich off that. There's a lot of money in black dollar. In black dysfunction, it's lots of money. Issachar dysfunction, there's lots of money. The more dysfunctional you are, the richer they get. They call us liquid money. They call us liquid money because we're easy to convince and we're simple. But you know why we're simple? We don't study.
I never heard that.
They call us liquid money.
For lack of knowledge.
Yeah. And we don't have knowledge, we don't study. So, listen, there's a good part of this class. I don't want to leave you on the bad note. There's good times coming too. But we gotta be honest. Why are we in slavery?
So we won't go back. Gotta know that part.
We're the worldly proverb. If you don't know your history, you're destined to repeat it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they say. It's true though.
Hosea 12:2. Real quick, I'm gonna be done a little bit, bro. No, but I gotta go home.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We're gonna finish this scripture right here, and then we're gonna see the good part of the story too. This is a long class.
Hosea chapter 1 and verse 2.
And it's long because we had to show, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we're the cause.
1 and 2 or 12 and 2?
12 and 2.
12 and 2.
Yeah.
Hosea chapter 12 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
The Lord have also a controversy with Judah.
He has a controversy. There's a problem with Judah, especially black people, especially you. Because we leave everybody else in the stupid shit. We praise it and popularize it. We make it into a dance. I'm like, bro, you exciting everybody to do wickedness?
Yeah.
We make it fun. So we gotta get dealt with. Read on. We make it popular. Read.
And will punish Jacob according to his ways.
And the rest of Jacob gotta follow too. Follow suit. Read on.
According to his doings will he recompense him.
According to what?
According to his doings, he will recompense him.
According to his doings. Doing is what?
What you do, your actions.
There you
the way
go.
You operate.
I'm going to pay you back for your actions.
Actions speak louder than words.
So if there's a slavery, which I'm pretty sure, I try to say slavery never happened. But, we wouldn't be here, right? If you're not Gad or Reuben, you wouldn't be here, right? But there's a reason we went to slavery, bro. Because you said, I'll recompense you according to your what? Your doings. Because remember, before, we were in our what? Prosperity.
You forget.
We were in our prosperity. We fed our God and exposed our families. And then we never changed.
Right.
And then we got worse and sold ourselves to more idols. What do you expect, Doc? If you drive and you text, what happens? You crash, right? When you're drunk in the spirit and rebellious, what happens? You crash. We don't study, what happens to your decision making? You crash. We crash the nation. We slip at the wheel.
Right.
But that's not the end, though. All right, there's salvation for the Jews. There's good things for the Jews. But we gotta admit that that's us, all right? It's us. There's a reason we went to slavery, bro. It's us. The white man is good at his job. Yeah, I get it. He's the white guy. He does his thing, this and that. Arabs did it too. Arabs put in slavery too. The Arabs got you too?
They're worse.
The Arabs got you too? How come everybody's beating us? Everybody's beating us. Not just the white man, the Arabs getting us. The Chinese people's getting us too.
Ham getting us.
All that hair getting sold. None of that money's going to your household.
Right.
I want to spend billions. I want to spend billions, bro. And none of that goes back to our neighborhoods.
None of it.
China man's winning. Japanese man's winning. White man's winning. Arab man's winning. Everybody's winning. It must be you. Maybe the problem is you. Maybe the problem is Israelites. Maybe the problem is the seed of Jacob. Maybe the problem is us. Maybe it's not the devil. Maybe it's not Satan. Maybe Satan's just eating the scraps. Maybe Satan's just taking advantage of where you leave your household exposed at. Maybe Satan's just playing you where your character flaws are at. Maybe Satan's winning because you're not fighting hard enough. Maybe Satan's winning because you're not protected by the Most High because you don't even talk to the Most High. Stop being victims, man.
You're not educated. Right.
We play victim, bro. Listen, bro. This God took us out of Egypt. He took us out of Egypt. Why did he take you out of Egypt to put you back in Egypt? Last time I checked, you look at our history, we kept complaining about want to go back to Egypt.
Yeah.
So what do?
He brought us back.
Go ahead then. That's what you want? Here you go. Or you want to eat crap? Here's a heart attack. You want to smoke cigarettes? Here's cancer. You want to follow counsel? Here's collapse. You want to study? Here's confusion. You don't love yourself? Here's self-hatred. You love your brother? I got a guy with a blue shirt on, with some handcuffs.
That guy.
He gonna help you fight. He gonna help you kill your brother.
Yeah.
You want to teach a woman? She's gonna be everybody's woman. Brother, we better wake up, bro. We gotta wake up. Listen, there's good coming. All right, there's good coming.
That's good news.
There's good coming. It's not always bad. All right, I have positive information too.
Why the long face?
But listen, this victim spirit that we are in slavery for no reason.
Sir.
Right.
Listen, he said you be chastised with cruelty. There's a reason for this, bro. There was a reason for this. He didn't let it get this bad for no reason. Is that clear?
Con.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Well, we're going next week. We got Shabbat class coming up. All right. Thank you very much. I'm your brother, Brother Dawiyad.
Brother Elisha.
And welcome to our classroom, and thanks for coming through. You know, we got to keep these laws, commandments, and statutes. We got to take responsibility and accountability. We got to love ourselves, love our people. We got to love our God. We got to make change. We got to repent. We got to get right. And we got to study. All right? All right. Bless you. Bless your family. Bless the Most High. Shalom.
Amen.
So.
Shalom.